battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods, if not at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Need guidance on life, auto, or homeowner's insurance? Contact Kate Woolman State Farm for all your insurance needs. Rates can be more affordable than you think, and protecting what matters most to you is important. Call Ben at 719-539-6265 and he'll set you up with what you need. That's 719-539-6265.
Someone roll a d6. Oh, wait.
I got you.
7.
Oh, he got me first.
That was a 7. That wasn't between 1 and 6.
1.
1. Great. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, now someone roll a d8.
Okay.
Get
7.
set up for the next ask.
7.
D10, D12.
No, so the section Peter rolled was for one-shots, and the one Ethan rolled was the one-shot. So let me just read this while you all make your characters now.
Okay.
Let me see,
Are we
what's the
recording?
setting? Yeah. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, a little intro real quick.
Hi.
We're doing a little fun thing in between the actual campaign, where we're going to create characters live. He's going to create the setting, and then we'll spend an hour to 2 hours just messing
Dying.
around. So,
Maybe
See how
dying really
messed up
fast.
we can make it.
We'll find out. We'll see. Ooh.
So this is definitely going to be the everything we create has to be in the book. There's nothing that's going to be homebrewed here, people.
Peter.
Hmm?
Let me just read the setting, okay? You ready for this setup?
Oh no.
The party
Oh,
has caught
no.
the eye of a wealthy benefactor who's trying to unlock a large vault and has the coin to make helping him worth their time. Because this adventure features a large cast of characters, not anymore, you're probably all going to die, good luck. It might be helpful to make note about each of them for yourself to help your party follow the actions as unfolds. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you got your heist mission.
Yes.
yes.
Hi.
Now, who's the wheelman? Who's the driver? Anyway,
The driver? What are we robbing?
Time to roll on the random table on page 3. Okay, I do need another roll.
all right.
I got it. What's the die?
Wait, which random table? There are 3 listed on page 3. Random location generator. Great outdoors. Homes, hideouts, labs, and layers. I need a d20.
See.
16.
Yes.
Your hideout
The hideout?
is apparently the Stocks and Gallows. That's where you go to hide.
Whoa, bold move
Last
by
place
us.
anyone would look.
Bold move, Cotton.
Well, let's
That's
see
a
if it
bold
pays
move,
off.
Cotton. Alright, I need another d20.
Oh, this is even better. So by day, we're all guards for the Stocks and Gallows.
5.
5 for the second one. Excellent, that's the location, I think. What are you all thinking of making?
Well, I've chosen my race already because
Yeah,
I
go
always
for
want to play this race, but it doesn't seem very good. But this seems like the time.
What's the race?
A ferry.
Oh, yo, okay. So having played a ferry before, I absolutely loved playing it. It's so much fun. They're wild. Get old Binkatel.
Okay. Let's see here. Now, though.
I think I made mine a sorcerer. But I've always kind of thought about doing randomly a fairy barbarian, just because I think it'd be funny.
I'm choosing half orc.
Ooh.
This third round. We get dark vision, which, for those of you who don't know, you can see in dim light. 60 feet of yourself. I gain menacing, which is proficiency to intimidation. Relentless endurance, which means I am too angry to kill. If I drop to 0, I actually drop to 1 point. Only once per long rest, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then savage attacks. When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, you can roll one of the weapon's damaged dice one additional time and add it, so you can just double.
Great point. Great point. In case anybody's wondering what a fairy gets, they're a fey. They get fey magic, so I can cast enlarge, reduce spell, and I can cast fairy fire. And additionally, I can fly. And I have some other thing. I don't know what fey is though. It doesn't tell me.
We're a 3-man crew.
I'm small. Yeah, that's it. Much less than the half-orc, seemingly. Flying's powerful.
Flying is very powerful.
Ugh, I just got out of it on accident.
It's quite a scary thing.
Okay. I think we'd be a rogue. What level are we doing?
That's a great question. I was just trying to find that. What level can I put you all at?
Oh, do saxophones exist? Hold on.
Sure.
Why not?
Should I just do the horn and we'll all know that it's a saxophone? And you said we're... and this is kind of like putting the cart before the horse a little bit here. Because we already know what the setting is, so we're creating our characters kind of around that in a way. So...
A little bit, yeah. Which is good. I mean, that's kind of what you want. You wanna... That's basically your free assignment of feel free to create a character that is well suited for this, because you're meant for it. So why not? Let's hop into like a level 8. Let's make you an established crew.
Oh, wait. I could be a phantom rogue because we hang out by the gallows.
You see all the dead people? Yeah! Oh gosh, that'll be funny.
Oh, yes. Okay. Michael, what are you rolling as?
I don't know, but I think I've seen something here that I've never heard of before, so I think I'm gonna try a Jerbean.
Tell us what that means.
A little mouth poke.
Oh.
Yeah, it's from the Humblewood expansion.
We can just both of us hang out on Ethan's shoulders at all times.
This is the crew, really?
Hey, do you guys want to know the classes I'm going as?
Yeah.
I'm doing a Barbarian run.
Bardberry?
Oh, that's
Yes,
an
3
idea. I've never
classes in Bard,
multi-classed before.
5 in Barbarian.
Hmm. I hadn't even considered multi-classing because I never consider multi-classing.
Yeah, loser. Come on.
Come on.
Some fun in your life.
Yeah, we're gonna change some things.
Looks like you even
Oh,
got
yeah.
the option of getting extra help to take on the parts of the job that you can't take on. Like there's a safe cracker, there's a fighter, an enforcer.
I'm gonna go 3 levels into rogue and be
Nice.
a arcane trickster, and then go straight into wizard. What kind of wizard?
But what kind of wizard? Oh, I guess we also have to roll for our health. Unless you just want to do the average.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for health. As far as like items wise as well, what do you all think would make sense for that? What items do you think you deserve?
Well, if it's an Oliver Twist situation, we're probably not very rich, except one of us who's very rich.
I don't think one of us has to be the patron.
Yeah, I suppose not.
Some point by.
Point buy is so great for stuff. Just
Is it,
makes it
though?
easy. No, it's not. I hate
Yeah.
point buy.
Same.
It is such a drag to use point buy. Rarely actually get some good stats with it. Well, you don't. That's kind of part of the purpose. It really does balance everything out for stats with everyone, but not everything is balanced, even in the way things are balanced.
I had the perfect feat for me, but I had to be a gnome. Also, in case anyone's wondering,
Seriousness with
I have no idea if being an arcane trickster and a conjuration wizard is a good idea. I'm gonna do it.
Can alter this a little bit. Just a few. But it's a fairly straightforward one shot. Cool. And they give you stat blocks too. Everyone, Media Labs. Go check them out. We're not sponsored by them, but they got some real good books.
Nice.
Nice. Wow.
I'm gonna take the linguist feat.
the
Are there-
cunning linguist feat.
What's a cunning linguist?
Yes. It's an old joke.
Oh,
Because it sounds very much like another word that probably shouldn't be said on this stream, at least, or in this video.
Well, what does the linguist feat do now that Ethan's said a joke that none of us got, I think?
increase your intelligence by 1, and then
Secret
I
joke.
learned 3 languages of my choice. I can also create ciphers. Are there? I don't know if are there any languages that would be more likely in this scenario.
Probably just the common ones like Elvish, Gnomish, Halfling, Dwarvish.
Okay, cool.
I'll throw in Goblin just for funsies. What are the people you're going to be dealing with? Half-orc? Orcish? That's a thing too.
Okay, very good. Okay.
You'll have to look the word up if you don't understand it, but
I'll have to look at that later as well. As it's in secret chat.
And did we say I was going to roll for hit points or no?
Yeah, roll for it. These are our normal rules, which is
Normal rules.
1 is BS. And if you want to re-roll, just -1 to the new roll, and you can keep repeating. The minus increases.
Okay, so you start your first levels. You automatically get maximum, right?
Yes.
Level number 1.
Yeah. The first level, you always get max.
Okay, great.
Change the vibes a bit.
Ooh, very good.
No, that's too creepy.
what is Path of the Silencer? Barbarian. That.
Oh, that's one I made up.
Oh.
Oh. That's why there's no description. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, something else then.
Actually, JP played the Path of Silencer for the
I did.
one shot that I made
I
during
actually
the Christmas break.
thought it was really balanced.
In a good, fun way.
In a good, fun way, yeah. I think most of those classes turned out to be like genuinely quite balanced, which is really cool.
So we said for ability scores, we're doing point by.
Yeah.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Mana.
Do 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 do.
Mana. Mana.
Oh my.
Alright, so actually, what we can do here is if we want to use a roll 20, let's hop back into the Chronicles of Andrea, or Tales of Andrea campaign, because I already have a map on there that we can use.
Section.
And we could use our old images, hop back into the skin of Yolandriel, Brolog, and Fine Storm.
Oh yeah. Okay. I chose the smuggler background. Down low is what it's called. You're acquainted with a network of smugglers who are willing to help you out of tight situations while in a particular town, city, or other similarly sized communities. DM's discretion. You and your companions can stay for free in safe houses. While staying at a safe house, you can choose to keep your presence and that of your companions a secret. Don't know why it says that, but
Seems good. I also gotta know, am I gonna be like a grumpy fairy? Or like a real perky fella?
Your choice.
which of my two voices should I use, guys?
Grumpy or extra grumpy? I will say, selfishly speaking, I think it is easier to understand what you're saying with Yolandriel's voice, I think.
You think? Yeah. I could just do the Bane voice. Well, I was wondering what would break fast. Your spirit? Or your body? My favorite line from that movie is, perhaps he was wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Yeah. That was good.
Let's hop over to the Tales of Andrea campaign. I actually have a map on there that will work for this.
Be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stitch, what class are you going? Have you decided?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, talk about your character more. We've been talking about ours this whole time.
We're going to go through all the
Oh,
details. Like, this isn't going to be a private thing. Like, we're all going to
yeah.
share stuff.
Well, I'm trying to figure out
He's-
what kind of guy I would be.
Well, I'm a little mouse, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna be a mouseketeer.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Couple.
Okay. Great.
A dual wielding rapier fighter.
I'm getting Red War flashbacks now. This is
Oh, I
cool.
know exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cheerful, psychotic. I'll just be really happy while I'm burning everything down.
Big Tell 2.0! That's exactly what I did with Big Tell.
Oh,
I was
okay.
psychotic and happy while I burnt everything down.
Perfect.
Well, since
That's
we're
good,
recording
good.
and not live, and you can cut this out later, I forgot to grab myself a drink and mouth is dry.
Okay, and what did we decide on equipment?
What do you think would be fitting for the character? Like, pick a few things and justify it. Like, make a story behind it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, all I chose was 2 rapiers and a chain shirt. You know, just because, I think not. Do you know how hard it would be to find a +1 rapier in my size? I'm just using needles.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Using bobby pins. I mean, I know we could find an enchanter at some point to enchant them, but
I'd forgotten what the landscape of Andrea turned into. The wastes of
oh yeah,
Linmar.
that's right. I gotta figure out how to change campaigns.
Okay, I'm just gonna give myself just some random. So I'm just random rogue starting equipment, I think, which is like a burglar pack and a short sword and a short bow, because that stuff all makes sense to me. Just get some
We're in
daggers.
Andrea.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. This is where the rules of D&D don't make sense for the concept. How can a little mouse with a rapier have a 5-foot reach?
That is a good question.
That's why I like the Fate Core system quite a bit. There is no zones of combat, so to speak. Same within Dune. Like,
How do you
you're
know
in
if
the
you're close enough?
well, so you're in zones of combat, but you're not like in 5-foot squares. If you're in that zone along with the other person, you were considered to be close enough.
I might have taken a feat that doesn't make sense depending upon how are we doing crits. Because I took Piercer, and that may not make sense depending on how we're doing crits.
I think double the dice and, well, yeah, double the dice, so double how many dice you're rolling, then add everything together and double the result.
So how would you treat Piercer?
How do you mean?
The feat Piercer?
Yes, how do you mean that?
Piercer is when you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage, which I would do. You roll 1 additional damage dice to determine the extra piercing damage the target takes. That's the feat piercer.
Yeah.
So
It means you add a damage dice. So you double your dice, add a damage dice. So I think for rapiers that's a D6.
it's showing a D8 for me.
D8, cool. D8.
Yeah.
So you're rolling 1d8 normally. When you get a crit, you're doubling that dice, so 2d8, and then you're adding another dice, so you'd be rolling 3d8.
3D8 and then doubling it.
Yeah. Piercer gives you an
Okay.
extra dice for crits. It's
That
cool.
works.
E.
I poke you. Beak, beak, beak.
There are some nasty places to get poked with those things.
For my starting equipment, I just chose the normal things, the things that they suggest to you, given your class and your background. So in total, I have a backpack with a bedroll, common clothes, 2 hand axes, 4 javelins, because for some reason that comes with an explorer's kit. Don't know why, but okay. Mess kit, rations, 50 feet of rope. I added thieves' tools because I thought I would probably have those. Tinderbox, torch, water skin. I don't know if you're giving us any special items or anything, but that's what I've got so far.
At level 8, I think it makes sense if you all had at least one magical item.
Cool. I found the level magical item I think I would like, and I think this makes sense. It is not a weapon, as I'm a spellcaster. It is a ring of X-ray vision.
Wow.
So I can speak the command word and I can see through solid objects. My thought on that was then I can like see through doors or walls to see where either the guards are or the expensive items for the taking are as part of my thieving.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Special to note on that is, I think it's like 5 feet of rock blocks it, and then certain amounts of materials, certain different kinds of materials will block that
1
side.
foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Thicker substances block the vision, as does a thin sheet of lead. Superman rules, apparently. And I can use it a second time, but then I have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or gain exhaustion before taking a sleep.
That's an interesting punishment. Take exhaustion for using the item a second time.
How far up are we going? Are you giving us a wondrous or a rare?
Mine's rare, in case that matters.
There we go. It's decided. Rare.
Rare?
Rare.
Ooh, ring of free action. While you wear this ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
That's a
I was
good
looking
one.
at that one too, but
Action's also a good one.
Although I've been playing a bard for however long our Iridai campaign's been going. It's the first spellcaster I've ever played, so I'm not sure how the other spellcasters work as far as how I get those spells.
How do you mean?
Whoa, there seem to be like... So like for wizard, do I start with spells? Or do I have to like find all the scrolls in the world?
Yeah, you start with spells. So you'll start with... Usually when you level up, you get 1 spell automatically. Something like that.
Okay.
Wizards are kind of finicky. They're one of the special exceptions because you've got to copy the spells down into your spell book before you get it. But leveling up is one of the cheap ways of doing it. You get a spell that you've been working on in your book, like RP-wise, or it's like been slowly creating yourself as the wizard. When you first create the character, though, I usually tell everyone, get enough spells to fill all your spell slots, and then choose like 7 others. But in this case, it's going to be a one-shot. You're not going to... Actually, you will get the chance to change out some spells, but... So you can choose some extra spells if you'd like. We're level 8, so choose 8 extra spells. Once you've chosen enough to fill how many spells you can have prepared for per day. So it's 8 extra that you can't have prepared. Gives you leeway room to be able to switch around and change, because I think wizards are ones that can alter their spells prepared depending on short rests. But they also can, if it's a ritual spell and it's copied into their spell book, they can cast those at any point, even when they're not prepared. Makes ritual casting so much more powerful.
Oh
Okay.
boy, indeed.
So many spells.
I'm justifying this like this. I have a belt. My magic item is a belt. It's actually a ring, but I'm wearing it as a belt.
I love it. Heck yeah, let's do that.
I took, and I love this. I took the ring of the ram.
Oh, nice.
Which was that do?
Great for a little mouse. So let's hear. The ring has 3 charges and regains 1d3 charges per dawn. While wearing the ring, the user, as an action, can expend 1 to 3 of its charges and make a ranged spell attack against one creature it can see within 60 feet. The ring produces a spectral ram head and makes an attack roll of a +7 bonus on a hit. For each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed 5 feet away.
Whoa, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Alternately, you can expend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to break an object you can see within 60 feet.
Ooh.
The ring makes a strength check at a +5 bonus for each charge you spend when you're doing it this way. So yeah, for a little mouse, I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Yo, this map is so old. It's got Anubis eye on it.
Oh,
Dude,
that
that is
a
old.
little old.
That's an old one. Oh, good, it is.
I didn't mean to close that.
Would it be all right if I used Burning Fist, the spell? It's
What's that?
it's the reskin. It's the melee spell attack. To do fire damage to one. It's basically inflict wounds, except it's accessible to a wizard and does fire damage.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
I forgot how I made these maps in the past.
Why am I so squishy? Why is my AC 13? Not unarmored. I get a bonus as a barbarian.
It's equal to your con. So your con and dex go into your AC.
Well, that'd be it. Good thing of a bard, so I can get some armor.
Oopsie poopsie.
You're gonna have a lot to cut around on this episode, unfortunately.
Oh, the chit chat stuff beforehand. I'm not gonna ever air. I'll probably air it when we start officially, actually. Going through the one shot.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's just too much work. Oh my gosh, it's getting too hot. My devices, they're burning up.
Question. I thought going. Maybe it doesn't work that way. So I went. So I'm the magical rogue, right? And then I'm also a wizard.
Right.
Just trying to figure out my spell slot situation here.
You should be able to see how many spell slots you've got.
Oh, okay. So it does give me one. It gives me out. So I thought I would have more. But so it gives me an additional level 3 spell slot. Okay. Because the wizard level 5 is just 2.
Just 2 spell slots. You should be getting most from the wizard level 5.
Yeah, it says wizard level 5. Well, sorry, 2 third level spell slots.
Ah, okay. So wait, what?
sorry.
What? That doesn't feel right.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Is one of you a rogue?
Me.
Okay.
What's up?
I have an ability. I can take the help action as a bonus action, and I can provide a feint to a friendly creature within 5 feet. Your feint distracts a target in some way, allowing your ally to attack more efficiently. Your ally attacks the next target before your next turn with advantage. I always remember as a rogue, I always try and figure out how to get advantage.
Seems good. Oh, also, question. I think we've talked about this before, JP. For melee spell attacks, can those critical?
Yes.
Cool. And as such,
It's the saving throw ones that don't.
you can sneak attack with them.
You
Swell.
should be able to. Well, actually, hang on. You need to look up the specific wording to sneak attack.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Charming.
So once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack. The attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon.
There's the criteria, yeah. So, unfortunately, yeah, spells would not be able to include sneak attacks.
That's a shame. What do we know about the difference between a rapier and a short sword? Anybody know that offhand?
Rapiers are a lot more. They're thin, needle-like. Yeah, it's less bashy, more poking holes, ripostes, parries, and stabbing with rapiers, combat-wise. They do piercing damage. So, short swords are shorter, like a sword, slashing.
Okay.
I think Critical Role's new system reworked how damage works, and they actually attached damage you do to the character, as opposed to the weapon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which to me makes a lot more sense. I mean, if you're gonna hand a bard who doesn't know how to use a greatsword, yeah, they might have disadvantage on their attacks, but they're still dealing that 2d6 of damage, same as the barbarian, who knows how to use those things, and would feasibly deal a lot more damage than someone who's not proficient with it. Sure, you get a little bit of the communication of not proficient with how the roll's done and how their attack goes through, but the damage, I think the damage needs to be differentiated as well. Like,
So is it just based upon their strength or?
It's based off the
dex or
class.
something?
So, like, if you're playing a barbarian class, the weapon you're using is dealing a d12. If you're playing a fighter, it's dealing a d10. If you're playing a rogue, like maybe a d8, or a sorcerer, if you're using a weapon, you're dealing a d6. Whereas I think they also have, this actually might be a completely different system, and I could be misquoting things, but they also have the feat capabilities to say you increase your damage dice when using these kinds of weapons.
I think I like my character, guys.
Nice.
I just have
This is a
one
flavor
tiny
build.
thing to figure out.
What do you have?
Trying my size. Because I want to be on the small size.
So
I
was
mean,
two tiny.
not small
Was two-
smice. I want to
was
be
two
tiny. I want to be tiny.
Oh no.
Oh,
The Gerbeam or whatever he is. Gerbeam. By the book, he is just small.
Then let's just flavor you as
So-
tiny.
I actually want to be tiny.
Then let's flavor you as tiny and let's make you tiny. That'll give you a.
Is there anything that changes that I have to take into consideration?
It gives you a bonus to AC, like a circumstantial bonus to AC, but it also gives you a -2 strength. So your strength checks and saves are at -2, but your AC is at +2.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah.
Do you want me just to override those?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
the easiest way to do it, I think.
Just to remember them, yeah.
I chose for my magical item Ring of Spell Storing.
Yeah.
ooh.
It's a
I
good
thought
one.
about
Just
that
in
one.
case.
Okay, I think he's done.
Are we done,
Nice.
gentlemen?
My little mouse is ready.
All I need to do is get my spells into my book. Then I will be ready.
I'm just going to review some of these details again. And make sure I'm ready.
What's everyone's HP?
36.
Oh no. Michael?
Okay, I just looked at that for the first time and went, huh? It says 60. I got a little mouse with 60 HP.
Did
Heck
you?
yeah.
I mean,
I'm
it makes
at
sense
you
for an
roll
8th
something?
level fighter, but
An 8th level. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
An 8th level fighter. What's your
You're rolling
constitution?
d10s, yeah.
my constitution is 12. So
That's a
plus one.
Mine's 17 with a +3, and I'm only 76.
Hmm.
Wait, what class are you playing there?
5 in Barbarian, 3 in Bard. So I rolled
Oh,
5
yeah,
D12s and then 3 D8s.
yeah, and you had that one that was just determined to be 2.
You want to hear how it went? I rolled it once, it was a 2. The second time I rolled it was a 3, but it was a -1. The third time I rolled it, it was a -2, but it was a 4 on the dice. And I was like, okay, I guess it's 2. Like,
I
Must
did.
be 2. Doesn't matter what you roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. Then I rolled a 1. And then I rolled a 2. So we went with 1. Okay. All right, I think I am prepared.
same. Eve.
Wait a sec. My background proficiencies did not seem to work. Why didn't they work? It says I should be proficient in Arcana, but it is not showing as proficient.
That's strange. Try refreshing.
Ah, there it goes.
Nice. Okay, I think I'm ready to wing it.
This one's going to be by the seat of our pants, folks.
Woo!
Sure.
Let's
That
see
makes
what
it
happens.
fun.
Yeah. Well, I think I've even actually just got. You know what? Actually, I might be able to show the roll 20s in there. That middle screen right there. Window capture. For lump. That'll do, folks.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
That'll do. Babe Pig in the City was directed by George Miller, the man who created Mad Max. So let that one sink in. And also Happy Feet. He also directed both Happy Feet movies.
That actually is a really wild thing to consider, and kind of disturbs me. I watched Dune 2.
It's cinema, is it not?
Mm.
Movies
So
are
good.
back, baby.
I'm probably just going to go back and watch that after this. Right, so shall we kick into a random one shot?
Ready.
Ready. Perfect, let's do it. Let me get the right vibe.
To quote the Beastie Boys, kick it.
Our little setting here is for a small group of thieves and beggars, you might say. People who take odd jobs, steal things, and deliver them to the people that paid them. They work for coin and then they spend it quickly, usually, seeking always after that next job. And they've got one. You got a contract recently. Some individual who's not given you their name just yet. It's been rather cloak and daggers thus far. A little shifty, sneaking
Our
notes
speciality.
to you. Absolutely, yeah. Where you find yourself wandering outside of the city to a hidden grove that you're well aware of. You've been here to make deals before in the past. But before we continue on with that, who do we have? Describe yourselves and let us know who you are. That's cheating. We have a
I'll go.
professional do that.
So my character is a fairy with they would be black wings, but they're sort of translucent, so wears mostly black for thieving purposes. Additionally, his name is Tom Bilius, which I didn't realize until after I had chosen that name, that why it sounded so familiar. A certain Harry Potter character, Ron Weasley, that is his middle name. But is a rogue, arcane trickster, and a wizard, the conjuration school. He has many fire-related spells, and he's really happy about it. It's also pretty small.
Tiny little fairy.
All right. My character, whose name is Al Averga, is a barbarian bard, a bardbarian, if you will. So let me remember what my classes were very quickly. For barbarian, it was what was it called? Juggernaut, Path of the Juggernaut. So I've got a couple extra abilities there. For bard, I went with where is it? The College of Swords, which gave me Blade Flourish, which may come in handy later, maybe not. Hopefully, if this bank job goes well. He is a half orc. He's about 6'3", you know. He's got pale-ish purple skin. I'm going to trade up the color on this one a little bit. Hazel eyes, bald head. What else to describe about him? He has a saxophone on his back and very tight 80s colored leather jeans on. And he seems to almost be glistening at all times. I don't know if anyone at home has seen The Lost Boys. But there is a character in that is seen for a brief second playing the saxophone and wearing those types of pants. So, shirtless. Anyway.
Oh my. Always
Is
glistening.
Al Vega shirtless as well?
Oh, yes. Oh yes.
So shirtless. Oh my. Well, who do we have finally? Who's the third member
Oh.
here?
For your third member, you have a gerbine, which is basically a field mouse. A little itty bitty field mouse figures. I posted a picture in secret chat. But that's basically what you see when you Google gerbine.
Nice.
So he's just a little thing, grown up in a hard life on the streets. His name is 9784, which was the number of the gutter of the street that he was born. You can call him 97 for short.
Oh my god. Okay.
Name of the street. Oh my gosh.
And he is a scofflaw. However you want to do that, he is a dirty fighter. He's a fighter. He uses 2 rapiers, a dual welder, or 2 rapiers, I say, probably 2 bobby pins. He doesn't have, he wears tattered clothes or, pieces of clothing that he could find to wear. And I do have him down as wearing a chain shirt, but it's not a shirt that gives you armor class or anything. It's just, who knows where he got it from. Small piece of chainmail. But that's him. He's gonna be a dirty fighter, a little fighter. Get into small places. Easy to miss.
Nice.
As you all walk along this darkened path, are you all conversing amongst each other?
I'm writing the half work. I'm not gonna walk.
Yeah, I'm not walking either. I'm flying right above Al Avega. Is it so? Is it first name Al Avega?
Al Averga. Alaverga. And the
Just Al.
Spanish speakers at home get what I did there. Anyway.
Al, hey, Al. Question. Do you think we'll able to like destroy anything?
Well, hell, boy, I don't know.
Oh boy.
But do you think that we could, even if it wasn't necessarily asked for? It could be fine.
Why is it every single time we are about to go
I
on
say
a mission,
why? I say why?
do you ask these sorts of questions?
Well, I just get excited about burning and breaking.
Most of our
excited.
we haven't ever done that before. What? It's never happened. Why?
Well, I just hope that it happens sometime. I'm always just a little bit disappointed when we get it out all silent and nothing is broken or burning.
97, please tell me that you do not feel the same way.
No, I don't want to burn things. Just take things
Okay.
and poke things.
But of course, Al, 97, you of course won't mind if I keep eye out for such opportunities that would be beneficial to all for burning and breaking. Great, thanks.
Sure.
As long as it's not at home.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Now, gentlemen, what exactly do you think our job is? Because no
Feel something.
information was expressed.
I'm guessing to take some stuff and bring it back to somewhere. That's the usual. But maybe it is burning.
Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. I really appreciate the help, but
We can steal.
anyway, let's just
Maybe
keep
even
going.
Take over the world.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to be silent at this point, trying not to, give our position away as a professional, sneaky person.
Professional on the job.
Real quick, what were your classes again, Mike?
Fighter, basically.
Fighter.
Scaffold is a subclass.
Rogue wizard,
Pretty much
mostly wizard.
fire. I didn't know if you also multi-classed, so.
As you finish your journey, arriving at the familiar last bend, where this hidden grove rests behind some hanging ivies, in a nice little nook hidden away from the common sight. You find there are already torches lit inside, but when you get in there, there's no one else there. A few tents still lie, or are set up inside this area. It's a common location shared by all thieving crews. You just always need to keep an eye on your wallet or your pockets whenever you're here. Doesn't stop the others from stealing from you should they get the chance. Checking inside the
luck with
tents,
that.
there's no one there. There are some crates and other bits that you didn't see last time. Maybe some people are moving some things. What do you all do?
Do we know where we'd normally go and meet?
This is the spot. Around the
And there's
campfire.
no one here.
There's no one here.
I'm gonna
Ready?
fly, say, 40 feet in the air, and just kind of flutter, turning in a circle, to see if I can see anybody.
Boop, 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 boop. The other two, Al, 97.
Al just takes a toothpick out of his pocket, starts digging in between some teeth, waiting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide in his saxophone.
All right then. In that case, what's your name, Tom? Give us either a perception or an investigation check.
It's gonna be investigation. 24.
24. While you're
Nice.
looking around, you notice that all the footprints around here are all old, except for the ones that Al's left behind, as he's the only one who's been walking so far. But you also see that a couple of the crates that are fashioned to look like they're all askew and misaligned are actually quite aligned. In fact, one of them has a false front. There's no nails actually keeping it in. It's just kind of leaning there very cleverly.
Question. Am I the only one who knows thieves can't? I assume I am.
Yeah.
That's the only road.
Yeah.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna cast a cantrip here.
Oh boy.
Firebolt.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Lord.
21.
21. Yikes. All right, roll a d6.
Obviously, I'm rolling against the false front.
Absolutely. Give me a d6.
D6.
And for flavor, I just added language because I just realized I couldn't talk to anybody otherwise. I added common.
That die is dead to me. 3.
Oh, well, that die is dead to me.
Yep, absolutely. It lives down there now. Okay, 3. Your firebolt screeches through the air. Al, you see this, so do you, 97. This bright light just suddenly emit from your fairy friend from up above, slamming into this crate. It goes straight through that false front, and you hear inside a "ow!" as the front of it then suddenly falls off, and you see a very well, elegantly dressed man now rubbing his shoulder where Scorch Mark rests inside his finely tailored suit, and he looks up at you in
seven
disgust and
hands.
goes, like, "Why would you do that?"
Well, it seemed like a trap of some kind. I figure I would trigger it.
It's not a trap. I was trying to stay hidden. Are you mad?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I need to ask for a roll for that one.
It's a 21 deception.
I'm not sure about that, but are you the whatever you're called?
Unfortunately, yes.
It is quite an unfortunate name, isn't it? Whatever you're called.
What are we called?
Whatever you call it. That just, we never
That
made it up.
apparently.
That's just what people started saying.
Unless you have a proper name for me to use.
Well, the whatever.
Really
Get on
can't.
with it.
That really hurt. Whatever's very fine. He takes a step out and carefully ushers another fine gentleman wearing a very similar tailored suit, but he's much more hunched over himself and he looks far more aged and old. He's using a cane to hobble himself forward. Well, I know your group name, but if you don't mind introducing yourself. As he comes over to the campfire and nestles down this elderly man, then nestles himself down next to him, scooches a few times uncomfortably.
Well, unfortunately, you've already met Tom Bilius. This here is 97, and I'm Al. What exactly is the job that we're here for?
Is there burning and breaking?
Ignore him, please, and just...
It would be a pleasure to ignore him. Well, my name is Bartholomew Angler. This here is my father, Ash Angler. We've recently come down in some times and lost our house. There's a certain thing that we absolutely need, though, for us to be able to actually get back on our feet. It's hidden inside a safe of the old mansion, but the cruel woman won't let us in. So, I would like to hire you to get in there.
Question. First off, who's the cruel woman?
Oh, I have her name somewhere. Oh, it's right in front of me. It's right here. It's Lady Wataluta Kaluta.
Lady, what a looter. Okay.
One more time, for the record, please.
Lady Wataluta Kaluta.
What a looter it is. Question again. You are down on how are we getting paid?
We have a considerable dowry, my man. We sold off many of our goods and have considerable coin and still capable. We're just missing the last thing to make it all right again. They just took our house for now.
Okay.
1 second.
Tom would like to do two things.
Before.
First off, I would like to roll to see if they're lying to me. Okay. Second off, I would like to zoom down and look in any open pockets.
Okay, give me an insight check as you're zooming down and fluttering around. He's swiping at you, not letting you actually get close to him at all.
12.
12? He's
I'm also
telling
gonna
the
insight.
truth. As far as you can tell, he's not lying. He can pay you.
4.
4? This guy's
Doesn't matter
so
for me.
freaking loaded. Like, you've no idea.
To me, he's loaded. Yeah.
1 second. Bart, was it? Bart, am I correct?
Bartholomew.
Anyway, Bart, so we're going to need some assurance, some insurance, if you will. We
Nice
will
one,
need
Al.
half
Nice one,
up
Al.
front and the other half when we get back.
Oh, well, I was going to offer that you can have my father as the insurance. Look over at the old man who's currently
What?
picking
Personally,
some
the
stuff
three
out
of
of
us
his
do not
cardigan
not,
and eats it.
Babysit it.
Little bit.
involve ourselves with slavery
Well said, Al.
ourselves.
It's
so
not
we're
slavery.
gonna
I'm
need
not
gold
giving him to you
or
unless
silver if you.
Also, pointing out that he's quite old, probably not a lot of value slavery-wise.
I'm not offering him as a
He's definitely
slave,
not
as
a
I
first round
said.
pick, is what I'm saying. He's
You
not. He's
are
not going in the first round.
impossible. He has the information of where the key is, and he won't tell me. If you go around and with him as your collateral, his life is very precious to me. I need a few things out of him, and if I lose him, I won't get those things.
I'm just saying this isn't very good insurance. I think Al 97 would agree. This is more of like hangers on and not of any help sort of a situation.
Your father wouldn't be any good at thieving, would he?
Good
I
question.
used to be, once upon a time.
Quickly, sir, could you stand up and walk 10 feet that way, and then 10 feet back, please?
Starts to try to stand up. Actually does pretty good about it. Stands up, starts
You gotta roll
walking,
for it.
goes a few steps, gets about 5 steps through. Yes, me and the old lads, and we had our fun. It stops and teeters a little bit, almost falls over. We robbed so many people back in the day. They're still around, too, I think. Most of them are in town. They should know what I've done with it.
Does Bartholomew have any jewelry on them?
Bartholomew does have jewelry on him.
Great. Okay, tell you what, I think we'll take this old gentleman if you also give us the jewelry as insurance. All of that.
What? I need these for my stately affairs. If I look like I'm down in the outs, then people will start actually
But here's the thing,
believing
it seems like you need whatever we're gonna steal more than you need to be looking like you're not what you really are.
But, what? Give me a
From
persuasion
my
check.
eyes, sir, you're currently living in a shack with your octogenarian, at the very least, grandfather. And I think by the looks of things, it doesn't look great. So I think giving us the jewelry isn't too much to ask. All right?
Tell you what, though, I'm open to giving it back once we get the full payment. Just insurance, you know.
Okay. How?
Also, to be clear, I don't
What
know if I'm
kind-
lying or not there.
Yeah.
just to
What
be clear.
kind of? What kind of role do you want to do for this?
Persuasion, preferably. At least if I'm gonna roll, but I don't know
Yeah, feel
who
free
you
to
want
roll
to
that.
roll on this.
Then do it with advantage. I could have seen intimidation in there as well, because yeah, parts of that was kind of
If
intimidating.
this doesn't work, intimidation will be my next option. Let's just let's just be fair about this.
I think we just leave if it doesn't work.
21.
21. Very well. Starts taking the jewelry off, looks at you, and stops on the index finger on his left side, a big ring with a sigil on the inside of it. I cannot
Tom's
give you
gonna-
this one. This one I absolutely need on me at all times. It is the family sigil and crest. I cannot send any correspondence without it. You can have all of this, though. And what he's put in front of you is roughly around 8,000 gold's worth of jewelry.
Okay, fair enough. How much? I'm gonna whisper over to Al. How much are we getting paid for this again?
Very quickly, before we continue, before we fully accept, what's our cut?
Your cut will be 15% of the company's income for life.
But what up front?
Annually now. Annually. well, one, annually, how much of a profit are we talking here? Secondly, that's not exactly how people in our line of business work. Now
People
we'll
in
be
your
okay
line
with
of
taking a
business
cut from our upfront
need a
of
long-term
15%.
benefactor. I can fund your things in the future and give you more jobs. Some of the more risky and beneficial contracts made are the ones that you don't have the full results of, but guarantees and factors. You will be making good money every year, and I will continue to employ you.
What's the company? Is it going bankrupt?
It is not going bankrupt, and I will not tell you. That is part of the information you will have to go without.
I guess we have the insurance just in case.
That'll have to do. I mean,
Very good.
The old man wanders over, looks at some of the jewelry, starts picking at it a little bit and moving it around, and like, I remember this one. Yes.
Tom slaps his hand a little bit and then takes all the stuff and puts it in his bag. That's not for you.
And those are mine. It's the down payment, Father. Down payment. Ha! You accept a down payment that cheap? Wanders back over to his son. Oh, he's old and senile. He's forgetting a lot and saying things he doesn't know. Don't listen to him. He's full of himself. There are
well,
a few people that you might be able to see into. They are old friends of his. They have certain capabilities. Should you desire to get more information on this house and how it works and what's going on in the city I haven't been in for such a dreadful long time. And any extra help for the job if you would like.
What are we stealing?
Great question, 97. Great question.
There is a safe in the secret room in the master's bedroom. Crack it and open it. I only need the envelope. That is sealed with our signal. He shows you his sigil. The other, anything else in it, you can keep. And if you want to be destructive with the house, well, feel free. As long as you bring me that envelope.
oh
That's
Lord,
all I care about.
You heard him.
don't say
You heard
that.
him, Al. That's part of it now.
It's a
Lord,
competitor. I don't care if they lose on funds or buildings. It's just a building. I'll build a new one. But I need that envelope.
well, old
And
man.
you said there's a key to the safe?
There is a key. My father's not told me. You can try to crack it. It's one of the best inside the world, though. Good luck if you can.
Then where's the key?
You'll have to ask him. Points at his father, who's back to eating loose pieces of lint from his shirt.
Where's the key?
What key?
Key to the safe.
What safe?
Safe in the master bedroom.
Which master bedroom?
The babe. What babe?
Yeah, exactly.
The power.
Where I was gonna get ready to get breaking the song and dance. Anyway,
So does this guy have the answers or does he not have the answers? I'm confused.
He has the answers. He's just old and senile. Might have to jog his memory in some way.
Tom, I do believe the cheese has slid off this man's cracker.
Do you think we should pick him up and drop him?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
To jog his memory.
But I doubt very highly that would work. I think he looks very breakable.
He wanders over to you.
What are we whispering about?
Picking you up and dropping you.
Oh, that would be terrible.
He doesn't realize that you're
do you have any
a bag
keys
of
on you?
bones barely held together by a thin layer of tissue.
Keys on me? I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. I checked.
do you like keys?
Yes,
So-
I think they're great. They're
Do
wonderful
you collect
things.
keys? What's the
I-
best key you've ever collected?
Oh, that would be the one I locked inside me.
You see, we do need to drop him.
We may have to pick him up and drop him.
You locked it inside you?
Yes, I needed to keep it safe, so I hid it away.
Inside you?
Then I can get it whenever I need.
By what means did you hide it inside you?
I don't remember.
Because, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sir, but if you ate it, it's long past.
I didn't eat it.
He bonks you on the head with his cane.
Well, that was unnecessary, but
What time of the day is it?
It's nighttime. Why would you do something like this in the morning?
Well, I don't know. Go with what the client wants. It's not like we're doing something illegal. Just talking about something illegal.
We're just conspiring, officer, I swear.
Yeah, just conspiring. Okay, in that case, I'm going to use my ring of X-ray vision to look through this old gentleman to see if there are any keys inside his body.
Looking at this old gentleman, you get a nice, clean view of the onset scoliosis, the arthritis in his bones, a couple of blobs in there as well that, ooh, yeah, those definitely shouldn't be there inside his body, but those are not keys. You don't see any keys inside of him.
Okay. Well, Al, I've looked into his bones. They don't look good, but I don't see any keys.
perhaps it was metaphorical, like he locked the memory away?
Okay. Well, where's this
It
mansion?
doesn't help us, but
It does not.
The mansion's near the heart of the city, which I don't have a name for, so we can name it whatever we'd like. Let's call it Evde.
Evda.
Evde. Evdea. I'm getting rid of the IL and the D of the Evil Dead poster in the background of Ethan's.
nice.
Okay. Yeah, in the middle of Evda. Yeah, that we live there. We know about that place. Do you have an address?
Yes. And he gives you the address.
Excellent. Okay, and you said there might be individuals that could assist in the robbery?
Robbery, and they might know where he's left the key. They used to do business with him. He says they're old thieving gang people, but they're just old business associates of his when he ran the company. I got rid of them all because they were all too old.
So they're all as old as he is.
And not quite. A few of them are quite younger. The old ones, they would probably be Alton, Otson, and Eloise Whisk. They both got married once they left the company. They now have a nice little homestead in Evde. Few grandkids, too, from what I've heard. There's Griffin. He's been seen in the temple recently, fighting for money. Might be down on his luck, might get lucky on him. And Marco, well, he's taken a vow of silence in the temple. You can find him there as well. Gemma, unfortunately, has been caught recently. Couldn't give up the thieving ways, apparently. I think she's just a drunk. Also down on her luck after losing her position as the secretary. Roderick, he's dragonborn full of himself as well. Likes to go drinking, either at the Loose Hen or the Hairy Hare. One of those two places. And Hattie. Well, I'm not sure where to find Hattie. Anywhere where people like to sleep on the streets, I guess. He's a human, and I hear he also has run-ins with the laws. Something about being a bit of a pickpocket.
Well, this was fun. We should probably get going. What do you think, guys?
I don't like it, but yeah. 97?
I don't know what we're doing yet.
Well, we're gonna go to the safe. Get it in the safe. Take the thing.
We're gonna try and crack this safe on our own.
Well,
Well,
unless this old man
we
figures
should-
out where the
We
key
should
is.
probably resupply. Gentlemen, we've been drinking for the last 7 days. We don't have very much on us.
I don't have anything on me.
We need
Well,
to resupply and come at it again tomorrow night.
well, obviously, but we don't need to stand here talking to this jewelless person.
I'm only jewelless because of you.
Well, yeah, but now you're jewelless, so let's go.
Wait, are you going to take my deposit and
Gentlemen?
run?
That doesn't sound like me whatsoever.
Very dishonorable.
I'm not sure what that means exactly, but let's go.
Heading
Yeah,
out.
we head off.
turning
Whilst
around.
we leave, I'm gonna fire old firebolt at those other crates to see if I can catch them on fire.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
That's a 21.
20. It hits, scorches through some of the surface area, and you can see smoldering cinder on through that tiny hole as it's hit some rope on the inside, and it's starting to smoke. You're not sure if it's actually going to catch fire. But the old man's hovering behind you, and as you shoot that off, Bartholomew was like, "Oh no!" Runs over and starts trying to take care of it, distracted with a sudden possible fire.
Great getaway. Nice job, me. Okay. Al, should you carry this guy?
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
Oh, there's
So-
a twig.
Carefully steps
What was
over
your
this
name
loose
again?
twig.
Hang on, I'm focusing.
Takes his other leg, lifts it over this loose twig, far too high, more than he needed to. Stations him up square with you.
Ash!
I'm just gonna go ahead and pick you up. Is that alright?
Oh, yes, it would be nice to be cuddled in some strong arms.
That's not exactly what I was gonna do. And I'm gonna take the hempen rope out of my pack.
You won't
And I'm
catch
going-
me!
And he starts running off down the road. Very quickly and
I'm
nimbly.
gonna
far more.
lasso him. I'm gonna lasso
no.
him.
Give me an attack roll.
What's my mod? What should be my modifier for this?
It's an attack
It's
roll.
not
like-
really. This is straight. It's a 19 on the dice.
Oh
so
gosh. So it'd be considered grapple, so I'm rolling on his side as well. On acrobatics or athletics.
So it would technically be on
Your
armor.
proficiency.
I should do.
No, so your proficiency plus dex on this one, because it's
Oh,
ranged.
and 22.
22. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's the wrong character. Okay. Whoo! Wow. Alright. Hey, that goes pretty good. No, he rolled a 15 on the die, but only gets a total of 19. He gets plus 4 on his dex. Wow. So you catch him by the foot, and he goes right onto the ground. I'm gonna deal him 1d6 of damage.
Tom's gonna
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
flitter over and attempt to pick him up by 1 foot and carry him back to Al.
Give me a strength check.
That's
As
not
you
my
hear
best
him
at-
go,
That was actually less painful than I thought it was gonna be.
That's a 2. I
It's a
don't get
2.
it anywhere.
You start trying to pick up this boot in the back, and what you all see is this tiny little fairy grabbing at a boot, going, and nothing happening.
What I'm gonna do is, as I'm pulling the rope tight, keeping it taut as I walk up to him, I'm going to tie up a little harness for him, and then 2 little straps, like a backpack and a harness situation, that I can then put over my shoulders like a backpack and
You're gonna
carry
baby
him
Yoda
around.
him.
Yeah, exactly. But he's gonna be facing backwards the whole time.
Okay, so you're gonna C-3PO him.
Yes, C3PO.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Yes.
He gets.
One leg's bent up at a weird angle. No, I'm
You
kidding.
can swap him around, and he's like just a baby in the front.
Mhm,
Like, he's
exactly.
in the back, and you get him all nestled up. I just punch the mic, and he's like,
Oh. Actually, this actually isn't that bad.
he just goes limp. A couple of
I'm gonna
moments
make
into
sure
walking.
that
Yep.
the ropes aren't pinching him anywhere under his clothes. His shirt and everything's all nice and tidy, and take entire inventory of everything in his pockets.
Taking inventory of everything in his pockets. You make sure he's nice and comfortable. He actually goes like 3 minutes into walking, just falls straight asleep. Going through them, you find loose pieces of lint, a couple of coins, like a couple of copper, a couple of silver. No actual coin purse. You notice that his cane is actually there's a sword on the inside of it if you twist it in the right way. There are a couple of hidden pockets inside but his hidden pockets, one of them is filled with these, what are probably caramel candies, but they've all kind of fused together to make one giant lump. The same thing with the black licorice on his other side. But you also find a piece of paper that's folded, and when you open it up, what languages do you speak?
Yerbean and Birdfolk
In common, because
in common.
that's what we say here. You always choose
Yeah.
other languages and then you just give yourself common at the end. Because in a world where there's a lot of languages in this place, it makes a little sense. But it's none of those languages. It's a different one. Possibly Gnomish, maybe. But there's a series of notes written on it.
Do I
I'll give
see
it to Al.
the paper? I snatch the paper. I'd like to snatch the paper.
As I'm reaching for it, you snatch it before I can.
Letters. I do speak Gnomish. What's it say?
It's like this big to you, actually.
It's huge.
To both you.
Yeah, it
and
was
Michael's
huge
character. It's
to
like,
me.
and it's like this to me. I'm like,
At the very top, you see listed the most important list you need to remember. Then underneath it is bananas.
I'm gonna
apples.
fly forward, so that Al has the opportunity to read over my shoulder, and we can keep walking. So the most important list.
You need to remember. The most important list you need to remember. And then it lists bananas, apples, 3 pounds of lamb, 2 stalks of chives, asparagus, a couple of potatoes. It's a grocery
Okay.
list.
I got the lamb. What's after the lamb?
It's a grocery list.
Tates.
Potatoes.
Okay, fine.
Not code. It's just a grocery list.
Well,
Truly riveting.
I look on the back. Is there anything on the back?
There's nothing on the back. You get the sense that Bartholomew didn't let his father go with you all with anything important on him.
Well, I'm gonna investigate those candies.
Those candies. Okay, give me an investigation check. And tell me, how are you investigating them?
I would like to see if they're tasty.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
They're like this big to you.
Is it 21?
21, which one are you starting with?
The not licorice.
The not licorice. IRL example, it tastes like Werther's.
Perfect. I'm going to take the whole
Delish.
thing
Delish.
and eat it whilst we're going back
So
into the
go-
city.
So there's a bunch of them, and they're all melted kind of together. Give me a strength check
Oh,
with
no.
advantage, because you can give yourself some nice good leverage.
Okay. 14.
14, yeah, is good enough. Get the leverage, you pull it off, and at first almost launch yourself backwards, but your feet get stuck in the candies as well. But you get those unstuck a little bit. Bottom of your shoes are very sticky now, and you start eating that as you're going. It's huge in your hands, but it would probably be about maybe that size for you, Al. Not very big. Little mouth. It's pretty good though. When you get past the little pieces of lint and such.
I'm just gonna eat that
Nice.
while we're going.
So what should our plan be? To visit some locations that are along the way to our safe house tonight, get some information, get some supplies, and then tomorrow, if there's
Why
any
are we taking
location
him to our
on the
safe
way,
house?
I don't want to take this old dude to the safe house. He's not trustworthy.
where are we going to stay then, gentlemen?
On the streets.
We could break in somewhere. Stay there.
I mean, that is as good a plan as any. How many of the locations are kind of on the way? Because we seem like a group of thieves that's not going to go out of our way for more information. So, how many of these stops are at least generally
Temple,
in the same
prison,
direction?
loose hen, hairy
Well-
hair.
You know where the prison is, because that's unfortunately where you're close to where your safe house is. And in fact, actually, after hearing that was Gemma, you would all have remembered seeing that person get escorted into the stocks to be held. And you get a good image of what this person is. It's a gnome. That's where that sentence is going. I put the wrong emphasis on that word. Absolute
It's
wrong
a
emphasis.
gnome.
It's a gnome. It is a gnome, and it looked to be someone who was more of a spellcasting orientation. Like they had some potential inside the arcane, as there was a staff being carried for them by one of the guards, and another guard had what was clearly to you, Tom, spell components. Actually, to you as well, Al, because you're a spellcaster, arcane spellcaster as well. Like a spell component pouch that you would have around with you everywhere. That would be technically along the way the temple, definitely. So Griffin and Marco would be two people you could meet, and with Griffin doing his fighting, it's probably illegal night fighting, and we could even possibly argue that you would have heard about it at some point, that there was some underground fighting going on at the temple.
That's who we will stop by first. And very quickly, we have been thieves for some time. We would know where to go to resupply, correct?
Oh yeah, you've got your underground agents. We can say there's a nice stock location, like trade exchange underneath one of the sewer grates, just a couple of turns down in a small little nook. There's a goblin with a hood that's always over. You never see his eyes, and he's always tapping the table with long, creepy fingers with a display of goods available. We can even get him
Whichever
in it.
is the first location on this direction, that is where we will stop first.
Well, the one that's on the top of my list is Griffin, the half-orc
Okay.
brawler,
Do it.
who's fighting.
Well, I assume we stop by the fights, and then maybe resupply before the night's over.
Okay. Let's fight.
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot of money to bet. Once again, we were spending the last week drinking. My pockets
I have
are pretty
nothing. I have
close to empty.
zero.
I got 15 on me at all times.
I
That's
got
why I
zero.
don't gamble. You guys have seen me
I
gambling.
got a whole pocket of
Don't do it no
jewelry,
more.
guys.
But that is correct. But we probably shouldn't pawn said jewelry.
We don't have to pawn
Not
it. We
yet.
probably bet it. Bet it face value.
Well, I mean, you
Any-
know, I don't hate the
It's a one
idea,
shot. Do whatever
actually.
you want.
I do not hate the idea. Get a
can
little
melt it down.
sidetracked, and then eventually, when the other campaign needs a break, we could just come back right to this. And
There's a little voice inside the wind as it blows through the trees. Screw you.
did anybody else hear the DM? I swear, every once in a while, I hear somebody in the wind.
We're going to the fights. Let's go.
Fights.
Then
Fight,
see.
fight.
All right.
Off you all trudge through these darkened alleys and streets, avoiding the guards as you know how to do, ending up inside the Temple of All Gods, where statues are dedicated to each of the gods of this realm, with offerings locations just at the feet of these statues. On the inside, however, you know there's a false wall that perpetually has what appears to most to be a beggar in front of it, offering up the appropriate code phrase that Tom would be very aware of with his rogue stuff. The man knocks twice on the wall, and the wall falls, and on the inside you start hearing the chanting of people going, "Griffin, Griffin, Griffin." You walk in.
Well, I do believe this is the place.
Too easy.
It smells of sweat and blood as soon as you start walking in. The stands and stadiums around are filled with people. Even officers of the law are here, still in uniform but clearly off as they've unbuttoned their vests. Looking down in the center, you realize there's a good reason why. Griffin's also wearing himself an enforcer's uniform. He must be a law enforcer during the day, but not get his kicks of violence, so comes here. And he's currently beating the crap out of a minotaur in the stage middle of the arena. He's got this creature's head in the ground, and he's repeatedly using the horns to pound the snout into the ground, blood
Maybe
flying
we don't
up.
fight him.
He looks
I would
enraged.
prefer not, considering the considerable size this difference between you two and him. It's not the same weight class, is what I'm saying.
Well, that I don't care.
Question. Do we want a police person on our team?
Well, listen. Look at him. I mean, we can at least get some information. I don't think he needs to be on our team, but we get some information.
What information?
Then he'll know our face.
He knows his face.
One moment.
I mean, they used to work together, is what he was saying. Just because his current job is being a god, I mean, he is fighting in the pits, apparently. So,
The smell of roasted, what are they, almonds next to you suddenly as, Al, you realize the ropes on your back are very loose. And next to you is the old man who's got these roasted almonds and is now popping a few in his mouth. And,
Ah, yes. I remember Griffin. He was the brute.
I could have just untied you. The rope is now ruined.
oh, it's not actually. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, I thought he like cut through it or something.
No, he didn't.
Well, then scratch that. What I say is, I wasn't trying to. You sounded asleep, to be honest with you.
What?
Never
Oh.
mind.
Oh.
So what do you think we should do with him? Can he be trusted?
Griffin? No. He never made decisions. He was just the one who liked to beat things up when things went wrong.
Okay, could you
feels right.
please help us out and point us in the right direction of someone who does have information? We're trying to get your money back, and to be honest with you, don't really like his son very much. So at the end of the day, if we're giving you your money back, it's a win-win for both of us if you just help us out a little bit here.
You don't like my son? Neither do I. He's such a...
Listen, as much as I agree with that flagrant word, the question still stands. Can you help us, please? Because we are at a loss for...
Griffin's a good distraction. You could talk to Marco. He was more of the planner.
Plans. We got plans on plans. We don't need any more planners.
Do you have blueprints?
He shakes the
That's
almonds at you, and a few fly out.
See, that's what I was going for, Tom, is we don't even know the layout of this particular building. And I'm not about to go wandering around a place heavily guarded all night long trying to find a safe.
All right, fine. Where's Marco? He's supposed to be here in this temple thing, right?
Shakes again the almonds towards where Griffin is.
He knows. Probably.
Oh.
right.
Hell, it looks like we have to talk to him, so that
He's
close
currently
that up.
raising his hands with one of the broken horns off this minotaur, who's now laying in a puddle of its own blood in the center of the arena, shouting and whooping and hollering, and you see a lot of coin exchange happening around you. As the fight looks as though it's been finished, he's heading over to a portion of the arena closest to you, picks up a towel on it, starts wiping himself down. Looks like he's not done with his bouts, but there's a moment that you might be able to capture some words with him.
We'll go over there.
Pardon, sir, just a quick question. We are here with an old friend of yours. I'm going to point to the old man.
Ash, it's been a while. Marcos, I don't know how long it's been. I'm Griffin. Oh, that's what I said.
What are you doing with old Ash?
We're looking for a guy named Marco.
Yeah.
He'd be inside in front of the temple. Well, that's terrible words. In front of his temple place is God. It's around the corner on the other side. He's usually in that spot this time of night. Hates what we're doing here. What do you need
He says he's a
Marco
man
for?
of God. Just some info about,
Trying to help Ash.
exactly.
You know,
that.
we're friends of his, and he's lost some marbles plus some other things, and we're trying to help him out.
Who wants to give me an insight check?
Nah.
Yeah.
If it goes above passive, I don't want to do it.
11.
11. 11! What's your passive?
10.
Oh, no. 10 as well.
Mine's 11.
Yours is 11. Okay. There's a twitch in his eye, but you don't know what that means. Ash. What are you getting into again?
Me? I'm not. Just got shoved on this lot by my son.
No. Yeah. Good luck. Well, good luck getting any information out of him. He's got a vow of silence. Hasn't talked in years.
That is unhelpful. Well, we have to try.
You're welcome to. He turns around as you hear the fencing on the other side of the arena open up as what looks to be a stunted ogre of some sort is walking into the arena, looking around, carrying a very large tree branch. Huh. They must have it in for me today. If you all don't need anything else, I gotta go beat up an ogre.
Have fun.
I do not like our odds with this next person.
I agree. Maybe we should start burning the temple down.
Now that I do believe that would cause him to say words, I don't think he would help us out after.
What if we stop burning the temple down?
We could just try to intimidate him.
Fine.
Or just talk to him.
Yeah, that one first,
That
probably.
first. Clearly. In fact, 97, why don't you take point on this one, considering neither Tom nor I are probably the best candidates for this situation?
I don't know about that. I'm probably a great candidate.
Definitely not you, Tom. Definitely not you.
Okay, I can talk to him, but yeah, anyway.
Ow.
People usually don't listen to
We've
my
been partners in crime for a long time, and you think I can't handle my weight? Rude.
Yes, you actually explained your point while making your point. You said that I've known you for years, and that is correct. So I know how these things normally turn out.
They've turned out great for us thus far.
Ash is wandered off.
Barely. And there goes the old man. See, I need you to stop distracting me, because this old man is much more wily than I thought he was in the beginning.
Maybe we should break his legs.
Oh my
They don't need
goodness.
those.
Once again, you explain
While
why
you're
I
walking
have
around
such...
to get to where Marco is, you end up in a spot where you see a man kneeling in a praying position in front of a very elegant statue. It's not one of the deities you're all aware of. But Ash is there. He's moving up quickly with his cane in his hand, waving it about. Going, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Do what?
As he's
This is no good.
saying this, Marco looks up, looks over, and his eyes suddenly go wide. And he starts stumbling aside and books it. Gets on his feet and starts running.
Seven Hells. Try and meet him around. I'll chase after him. Try and cut him off, all right?
I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Where is it?
Ah, yes.
Just
Where
an
is he?
idea for our next cantrip. It's gonna be called "Where Is It?"
Where is it?
It works like one of the little tags you can get to put on your phone so you always know where the phone's
Yeah.
location is.
We're going
Air
to
tags, that's
cast
what they're called.
blindness, deafness, specifically blindness
Okay.
on this individual.
What?
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm so glad these things have stat blocks for all these. Con saving throw, okay. That is a natural 1.
Oh my! He breaks his nose running into a
He's-
pole.
So he gets up, books it, starts running, and you make that declaration, Al, as you see this spark of arcane magic come from Tom's hands, and suddenly there's a and a as he runs straight into a stone wall and crumbles onto the ground.
Got him for you, Tom. Al.
You're
I'm
Tom. First of all, this is another reason why I don't trust you in certain situations, because you don't even know your name.
Ash is
Maybe I
walking
was
forward,
congratulating myself, Al. Nice job, Tom. Yes.
and now Ash is wandering forward and going, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. And he walks up to Marco and starts whacking him with the cane. I'm gonna get him! I'm gonna get him!
Good lord! And I'm gonna run up and just pick up the old man by the back of his shirt and move him backwards.
Yeah, the whole 90-pound nothing old man. Picking him up,
And then I'm
moving
gonna-
him back.
I'm gonna pick up this poor man of the cloth.
Whilst that's happening, I'm gonna give 97 a wink and start pilfering pockets
On the...
Clergyman.
on Marco.
On Marco. He's a real man of the cloth. He's got nothing on him.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Shoes.
Now, Marco. Sorry, go ahead.
He's... Yeah, that's, what are those called? The little flat things of wood with 2 pieces of wood on the bottom.
Sandals.
Yeah, they're like sandals.
Yeah, those types of sandals.
I take one
Those
of
kind.
those.
He's just staring in fear at all of you, but particularly looking at Ash a few times.
He's still blind.
Oh yeah, he is still blind. He's looking around frantically, hoping his eyesight comes back.
Now,
How long does that
Marco.
last?
Yeah,
A
how
minute.
long does that? A minute. Now, Marco, I deeply apologize for the actions of my compatriots here, but we're looking for information, and we've come to understand that you're a man of the cloth, and we're gonna need you to break that vow of silence, or else you're gonna be blind for the rest of your life. And I'll roll a deception.
Well said. Well said.
I feel
It's
like that would.
deception or intimidation.
I feel like that would be
Give me a-
intimidation, and do it with
Okay.
advantage, considering that he's been blinded and he's quite scared.
19.
19.
A 10 and an 11 on both of my d20s right there.
It's not quite
Jeez.
an immediate response, but okay, fine. What do you want?
There's this house, the name, and Al literally pulls out a piece of paper that he wrote the name of Lady
Wadaluda.
Wadaluda. I'm gonna say, Lady Wadaluda something or other. She currently has a safe with valuables in it,
In a house, mansion.
and a house and a
In the
mansion.
master
Now,
bedroom.
we need to know as much information about that as we can. We've been pointed in your direction.
You want to break into the Octagon house?
Maybe.
That really
Okay.
doesn't clarify anything. What is the Octagon House?
It's where we used to headquarters our thieving gang. We were the Octagon gang. We robbed from the rich, kept for ourselves. All that kind of stuff.
See, the three of us are from out of town, so we don't know much information about this place.
Give me a history check.
I thought we were from this town.
You are from this town.
I thought I was just going with the fact that we were the first time in here in this campaign. Ouch. Ouch for me. It's
I rolled
on
a dirty
character,
20
though.
in case that helps.
4 for me.
A 4? Oh, yeah, Al has no idea. So Al's probably, like, feeding off of a deception try, maybe. Ooh, 11. But the two of you, the Octagon Gang, oh, that's an old tale. It's one that thieving crews still tell about on the ground. Apparently the gang's been done for a while. They retired a while back, before your time. But they left magnificent amount of wreckage behind them. They would always succeed in their jobs, usually either destroy the place by blowing it up, burning it down, covering it in fumes that people can't survive in, that kind of stuff. They were quite reckless and crazy. If you wanted to make an impact and leave a message, you hired the Octagon Gang.
Oh, well, that's interesting. What do we know about this Lady Watlooter person?
The Lady Wadaluda, as far as you know, she's a businesswoman.
Oh, I said that to Marco.
Oh, to Marco. Marco's, I mean, as far as I know, she's a businesswoman. I've been out of the underground for a long time now. I don't keep up with the information.
Marco! Don't you look at me!
He's literally, you have a finger on the tip of his
Tiny little
nose.
finger.
Tiny little finger on a nose that's as big as you are.
His eyes are crossing at you.
Still blind.
You can feel the finger. You know someone's there. They're crossing just above your head.
So if it was your house, you know all the ins and outs. How do we get in it?
Oh, it was my house. It was the angler's
Your
house.
headquarters.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. I usually just
So
got in
give us
through
some
the front door.
blueprints.
Okay.
You got some blueprints?
I don't have blueprints. I can draw them.
Draw them.
He can see again.
Thank you, gods above. And he frantically, like,
Uh,
scurries for a moment.
Marco, I hate to break it to you. Don't thank the gods above. You have to thank us.
That thought terrifies me. I looks at your hand, which is still grabbing his shirt. I need to go grab the paper and ink.
Well, you can tell me exactly where the paper and ink are, and we will go together. Yeah?
Wait.
Good boy.
After a few minutes of him hurriedly sketching some blueprints to you, I'm actually... No, I can't do that because you've got... Well, actually, yeah, let's do that. Why not? I'm going to turn off the dynamic lighting inside this so you all can see everything that's going on in there.
Nice.
You will see... Oh, I have to turn
Be
on
right back.
That's a
Explorer mode.
lot of dynamic lighting. I need you guys to understand. Folks at home can't see the gravity of this situation.
That's a big something.
Oh, I just turned on Explorer mode. Oh, no, I didn't. That wouldn't do it. It's a big building layout. What if I did this? There we go. Because he will also, in his panic, because you rolled a 19 on your intimidation, give you a general idea of what best patrol routes would be. Now, for this, you can see the specifics. Just pretend you can't see the specifics, because you won't be able to see through the walls. So when we get down to it, I'll turn the dynamic lighting back on.
Is one of these like the first floor in a basement?
Yep, so the first floor is down here, where you're all at down here, in this area. The basement is on the right, bottom right corner, quadrant.
And then
So
the
the
top
basement.
floor is.
Yep. Top floor is up there. Is up at the top left.
Is this a windowless building?
No, the siding on it when I created the map just for some reason wouldn't go away from fences for the sides of the building, which I found strange, but I worked with it.
Cool. Where's the safe?
The safe, he points out, if you look at the top left quadrant, is behind a hidden door in a secret room. To get through
Where's
it...
the nearest window?
Nearest window? Well, this is a balcony up here. It is on the second story, and it is a larger house than most, so you're dealing with like a 50-foot balcony up in the air. And there are usually a couple of guards out there, because it is an entrance into the master bedroom, which is right next to it. Now, he doesn't know how to get into the secret room. He just knows that it's there.
Okay. Well, this is ideal. I have several plots and plans already. Marco, would you like us to hit you in the head with a club or something?
Yes, please.
Very good. Tom looks to Al.
I'm not gonna hit him on the head with a club. I'm just gonna set him down. I'm gonna flatten out the front of his shirt from where my fist like bunched it up. And I'm gonna say, now listen, this isn't any sort of aggressiveness from me. Now, we're just doing this so you have a plausible alibi in case we get caught and the trail leads back to you. You can just tell them that we kicked the shit out of you, all right? Excuse me, I didn't mean to curse. And then I'm just gonna give him like one really good one.
Really good. Pop right on the nose. It causes him to tear up for a second as you see the eyes
And
just
then-
roll back.
Follow up to that to make sure that Al is keeping his word. Tom is going to go kick him in the nose.
And
You
no,
hear
you
that
kick him like right on the jaw, and it leaves a little tiny boot
tiny
print.
little boot print on the jaw. And when you hit him in the nose, you hear a little crack. Because you've managed to break part of his nose. It's probably a very small portion, but you do leave that little footprint.
Nice. All right. See you, Marco. Great to meet you.
He doesn't say anything. He's knocked out.
We'll look around his room, see if there's anything valuable or interesting.
Give me an investigation check.
9.
9. It's a bunch of
I will
old
also
dusty
do an
tomes,
investigation.
bunch of religious texts, a lot of loose paper with pens and ink. Not of the quality that a wizard would be interested in, just in document qualities. Nothing really. Nothing of interest. Unless you're a religious person. Then this room would be filled with interesting things.
This is my question. All right, because I have the spell Distort Value.
Hey, me too.
I'm just looking for something that looks vaguely valuable that I can then make extra valuable.
All right.
Like if it's a book that like seems really important and is already in really good condition, that I can just make even better, you know? Like it's a first edition or something like that, you know what I mean?
All right. It's a one shot, so
signed
why not?
first edition.
We can do something fun with this. There is a very nice, heavy, looks to be just very well put together display case. It's got a couple of locks on the front of it. You can see that the latch that goes down has an insertion that locks there, but it also has another padlock on the outside of it. But on the inside, you can see a book that is opened up to about that mid-page, display style. When you're walking over, it's of some language you don't understand unless you speak Infernal. Definitely, probably one of those more higher quality. You might be able to sell this for something. Like, there's no importance to you about it because it's super religious, probably. But it's just sitting there in that case. First edition, definitely.
I'm gonna pick that lock. I'm gonna go zoom in mode and then find the right
Finding
angle.
those angles. Gonna follow up, pick it. All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. Oh, not bad. 17.
17. That first lock, you get it in, slide around, find the pins, and pops down. And now needing to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ouch. Good thing I have advantage on dex saves against effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Wow. This dice is definitely getting put into dice jail.
Okay, good thing, because I have a +0 to my dex, being a barbarian. That's an 18.
It's an 18. Well, you succeed on your dex saving throw. You're looking for a 15 on this one. And you take half damage, which means you take 3 halved to 1 point of force damage, because I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Nice.
As a slight little pops out from the trap that you triggered. Little sword in the hand.
Shit fire. God dang.
Shiv fire?
Oh, dang.
That's totally what he said, yeah. Well,
Where is this at?
It's towards the back
Where
of the
do
room.
In the priest room?
Yeah, in the priest room, where all the documents are.
Well,
There's a second lock that you have to get through now.
One more time, I'm going to give myself Bardic Inspiration. Oh, I can't. I can't, because that's not how Bardic Inspiration works. I always forget about that. Ugh. annoying. That.
Tom's gonna zoom forward and try to pick the lock for him.
I give you bardic inspiration.
Nice.
It's a D6.
I think we might be able to
Yes.
use the aid feat that you took. 97.
Did you take a
Help?
feat? Help.
Help?
It's just something that I get, help, but I thought that was in combat. That's
Oh.
attacking in combat.
Okay, attacking in combat. Didn't know if there was something you could do for skills as well. But if you're lockpicking, give me a sleight of hand check.
The D6.
Sleight of hand. The D6 for bardic inspiration.
That will be a 23.
23. Very good. You get your picks.
Actually, I guess that does work.
Yeah?
My bad.
Oh.
Help
You could-
is just next gains advantage on the next ability check.
Oh,
Oh,
I
cool.
will roll
Try it
advantage
again.
then.
Yeah. Do it
Sure.
again.
Nah, we'll stick with the first.
Nope. Yeah. Okay. Stick your instruments in. The hole being much bigger, you can actually see some of the pins and pistons in there, making it easier for you to actually pick it. You can also see the flash as you finish picking it and unlock it from the trap on this one getting triggered as well. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Really, dice?
12.
Ow.
Hang on, I'm getting another d6 because that one rolled me a 1 as well. I have not rolled higher than a 2 today yet. You got what? How much? 6?
12.
12? Ah, that's a fail. For a 12, you take 3 points of force damage as this one goes off, and you
You get
feel
blown
a
across
little-
the room.
and it's across the room, tiny little fairy.
Oh no, Tinkerbell's going down. No, 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 no.
I'm good.
I laugh.
But that one, as soon as it unlocks as well, that latch just. It's now unlocked.
Easy peasy. Take that book.
Open it up and you pick up this book, and when you put your hands underneath towards the covers, you feel it's obviously made of some leather under there. When you pick it up and you close it, it's human flesh. The book is made with flesh on the covers, stitched together. You can even see some of the red dried parts of where muscular tissue was taken with the skin.
That's a little creepy.
Gentlemen, I do believe this book needs to be out of our possession very quickly. So, let's go ahead and just sell this one tonight, yeah? Even if it's not for as much as it's actually worth, I don't like it. I'm gonna be frank with you.
And why are you taking it?
For money,
I have
97.
15. Once again, we have spent the last 7 days drinking. 97.
Anything for money.
Yeah.
Let's get outta
We're
here.
gonna use that as just trade for supplies and stuff like that. pretty
Okay,
much.
great. Excellent. Then
This
let's.
book gave me the nope, so I'm just gonna, even if it's not for as much as I think it's worth, it's just whoever else can have that one.
Yes, I do believe the Necronomicon should do that to people. That is the appropriate response. Going down to your underground location, though, you know there's a sewer hole nearby that you can pop into for one of these infamous underground trading stations. Every single one of them is always run by what appears to be the same kind of person. A little goblin with long fingers and fingernails, always tapping on his counter. Red cloak popped over his head to where you can't see his eyes. All you see is that pointed teeth smile as they deal business with you. For the sakes of speeding through, let's all do some either persuasion or deception checks for however you would like to flavor your purchasing and trading of goods. And let's make it a group effort to make sure to find out whether or not the book you've just acquired will be enough.
Definitely
for
going to
what you're
distort
trading.
value.
Absolutely.
Yeah, distort value for sure. Level 2 distort value.
The effects do not stack, so only one of you can cast it.
No, it's just it means the size. I don't know if.
Oh no,
How big is this book?
The book itself, well, actually, probably around this size on the thing, but a lot thicker. Actually, you see that
it's only a
painting right there?
Yeah.
That book right behind it? That's probably about the right size. That's maybe about this. It's a pretty big book. But
in that case, I would like to, whatever we're buying, I would like to distort value on those things.
Yeah, you do that. I'll do for the trade thing. And so it's about a foot. All it has to be is a foot on one side. So if it's bigger than that, I need to use a second level instead of first.
Oh,
that's how it stacks. It just increases the size.
Increases the size. Yeah, you'll need to use the second level for this one. Then Tom, give me a sleight of hand then instead to see if you can sneak casting this spell, which is going to be an obvious spell, on the trade goods of the goblin that you'll be trading with. Trying to keep it hidden so that they don't see what you're doing.
Just verbal, okay. Okay, that's going to be a 25.
25. Oh yeah, that'll be high enough. Anything for 97? Anything they're doing?
I'm a fighter.
Walks in between the sewing equipment, seeing some curved needles.
Yeah.
Contemplating
I don't want
potential
curved
weapons.
needles. I just need pointers. Point. I have my bobby pins.
What kind of assets are we looking to acquire here?
It's a great question. What was your
in general? What's in
check? Al, real quick. What was your roll?
Oh yes, that's correct. 1 second. No, it's so what it is they have to roll, which sucks. Anyone examining the object can ascertain its true value with a successful investigation check against save DC.
What is your spell DC?
Save DC.
What's your spell DC? So if you go to your spell slot, should be listed at the top.
It's not good, guys. It's a 13. I hate to break it to you. I dumped on wisdom.
Well, whether or not they figured it out, you're not sure. They didn't say anything about it, but they do take the book, and the grin seems to grow in size, and they wave their hand over their goods, signifying that it's a good enough deal. What was your persuasion check, though? Let's see how much I can let you get away with.
Mine was going to be a deception, because I'm better at that, so.
Nice.
Great die. Not terrible. Let's go. 21. Oh!
That's a natural 20 from 97.
That's a natural 20.
For what?
That means I can let you guys get away with a lot. That means he knows what this book is, what its value is, what it's really worth, and he's just offering. And he's even pulling out some of the more rarer items that people would have to know to request or know to ask about. It's his hidden stock.
Okay.
Extra supplies on the top. So, what is one thing that you would all want?
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Let me look up. Wrong thing. There.
Is there something that puts people to sleep?
There are sleep powders. You can get like a good pouch of a sleep powder that will affect like each pinch you pull out. We could say we'll do level 2 sleep spell, and we'll give it 3 charges.
Good.
So I think that affects up to 36 HP. And there's no saving throw on that. It just puts him to sleep. That's how the sleep spell works.
I mean, that seems maybe useful for where we're going.
Good thing to pick up.
Fellas?
Oh, 1 thing each, so you can totally pick that up, and then the other 2 can pick something out themselves.
Cool. With the old boots of the elven kind, always good.
Always good.
What's the boots of elven kind do?
Advantage on stealth checks.
Without attunement.
Will they shrink to size?
Yes. Magical
Magical.
items shrink to size.
I'll take those.
Give yourself some boots of elven kind. We've got a pouch of sleep dust. Al,
Bag of holding.
a bag of holding. Excellent.
Yes. We very much need one of those. My brain was just like, you should probably pick one of those up just in case.
Now you get yourself a bag of holding. In the future, you know, if you come back to this particular store, you have a certain amount of credit still.
That's not all we're going to grab. We're also going to grab some thieving tools. So
Thieves'
like a
tools?
grappling hook, just in general.
Generic. Yeah,
Stuff
we
like
can
that.
we can say you stocked up on whatever your plan is going to be to get into this mansion, which
Yes.
will move forward to getting through the underground. You find yourselves in a nice location to pop out in order to infiltrate this wonderful mansion here, which I would like to know, what is your plan? What is this,
Ooh,
the,
Al,
whatever
I
your
got it this
cult's
time.
doing?
I got this. Me.
Yeah, Tom.
I'm gonna fly up above these fellas. I'm gonna put them to sleep. Then
Which fellows?
I'm on the map on the balcony here.
You're pinging him.
Oh,
Here, I'll move your characters closer to where he's.
And put him to sleep. Then I'll swap places with you to get you up here. Or I could just drop down a rope. That might be better.
I agree with the second thing. Here, I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna I'm gonna hand you the grappling hook, and hopefully you'll be able to carry that.
Okay. I mean, I'll just have a rope. I'll just tie a knot.
A rope the size
Physically,
of
can you
string.
do it? Is my question.
All right, fine. I'll put the grappling hook in my bag.
Kind of wrapping it around. It's a big hunk of rope for you in order for a humanoid to be able to climb up this rope.
I go, hold on. I put it back into the bag of holding, and then I give you the bag of holding to carry.
Ah,
You
nice.
grab- what is at
You
first
have all of the thieves' tools now.
At first, it's a big bag of holding, but as soon as you grab it, it starts folding in on itself and becoming more of an appropriate size for you. There is regular humanoid-sized rope on the inside of this bag still. You will still be able to pull out that grappling hook, but now it's not a strange size for a ferry, a tiny ferry to be carrying.
Nice. Excellent.
Good old magic.
Good old magic.
I might need to give me one of those one day.
Question. What we're doing with Ash?
He's back
Ash,
to
you
eating
wanna
lint.
get on? You wanna get on?
Oh, yes.
You don't have to pick him up. He just seems to turn into mist where he's standing, the water falling to the ground, and then suddenly you feel a heavy weight on your back as he is misty stepped into place.
I'm gonna turn
That's
to
neat.
97, and I'm gonna say, I do think his son believes this old man to be out of his mind, but I don't quite think he is yet.
Probably not.
To the safe.
Well, then I say that, and then he says something like that. So I'm not quite sure.
Hmm.
He's
Mhm.
kicking his legs like a little toddler.
Mhm.
Anyway, after you, Tom.
Very good. Very good. All right. So we're going to approach the house as stealthy as possible.
It's maybe about
And-
3 a.m. now. Let's put a time.
And then... Wait, I assume we slept and we were going the next evening.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan, if that's
Yeah?
all right with you.
Yeah, that was the
Perfect.
plan.
Yeah, that's all right with you, DM, to get a quick long
Oh yeah,
rest. then.
give yourself a long rest then. You're wherever you slept in the side alleys or underground. Heck, you probably even could have got a hovel to sleep in from that wonderful little goblin that you just did some trade deals with.
Okay, then I'm going to stealth up on this mansion. I'm going to fly very high. And then I'm going to get, say, it's dark, maybe 50 feet above this balcony. And I'm not sure how much you said that what kind of area this sleeping dust covers.
Just a 5-foot area, you'll want to be closer than 50 feet. The wind will probably easily disperse it before it even reaches them if you're that high up.
Okay.
It is like a fine dust. It's like sand, like the finest of sand inside a bag. If you put it out, any kind of light breeze is just going to take it straight away.
Okay, got you. Okay,
I'm also
so I'm
turning
going
back
to-
dynamic lighting on.
I'll just be over here so I can see.
Yeah, I was just about to pop you over there.
I'm gonna come up behind them. I'm assuming they're looking outward.
They are, yeah. One of them, this guy, let's say, he's looking outward, but he looks a little bored and tired of his job, and this one's just picking his nose. But give me a stealth
Right.
check to see if you can make it to this point.
That's a natty 1.
Oh no!
Okay, very quickly on that note,
I'm hiding on the ground.
yeah, I am also
Uh, So, Al and so 97, I always want to call you 69 for some reason. The two of you do not know what's going on up there, so there's no way you'll be able to have a reaction. However, when you
yeah.
fly up,
Nobody
Tom.
would be hiding anyhow. Doesn't matter.
yeah, you'll be hiding anyway. I mean, it makes sense that you'll be in the bushes kind of waiting for that rope to fall down. But when you get up there, Tom, you fly up, then fly down. And this guy who's looking a little dazed and out of it, you come down right in front of him. As he takes just the slightest of steps back last second, and instead of coming down behind him, you're coming down in front of him. And the two of you just lock eyes for a moment, and he blinks a few times. What? You're not supposed to be here.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, I mean... He looks over to his buddy,
I blow the dust in his face.
as he goes, hey, yes. And with a very loud... he falls to the ground, and the other guy, the guard, spins around, sees you, and we're going to do probably what's just going to be one round of initiative. We're going
Can
to
I say
roll
one-
Yeah,
Can I say a thing to this other guy?
what have you got?
Help! Your friend has fallen over.
I don't know what you're aiming for in that.
That's a deception if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
It's a deception at definitely a disadvantage as well.
Okay.
You got it.
No, I don't. That's a 5.
Okay, roll
Oh, no.
initiative.
I'm going to turn to 97 while this is happening. Now, how do you think it's going up there for him? Do you think he's actually getting it done? Or are we going to get out of here?
And then a body falls in front of us.
No, he would have fallen backwards.
A little. You do see a hand just go over the edge.
Well,
What'd you
that's
roll?
one, so let's hope.
I don't know. I
What'd
don't
you-
hear
I got a
alarms yet.
17.
17. He got a 9, so you go first.
Okay.
You got
While you do that, I can't hold it anymore. I'll be right back.
go for it. Is there a good
Do I know
escape
what this guy looks like? Does he seem formidable?
He looks to be a half elf of some kind, general guard. So for like,
What kind of armor is he wearing?
he's wearing chainmail.
Okay. I honestly thought this was going to work a little bit better and didn't have a plan for this.
Now, I will tell you as a player, it's going to be the same kind of ply that the guy you just put to sleep is.
Okay. Firebolt?
Going with Firebolt, you pull out your hand, give me an attack roll.
21.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Great. 13 fire damage.
13 points of fire damage. You hold your hand out. Now, I'm gonna describe this actually from the perspective down below, from what Al and said. 97 are seeing. I almost said 79 that time round. You see a hand go like more. Maybe it's not going too that badly, and then a very big flash of fiery light coming from the balcony as a familiar of a firebolt is heard, and then and a guard lands right in front of you.
It's not going good.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Are there any guards outside? One, we would know that.
You are at a point where the guards outside are not seeing this location. Like, you timed it. You're a thieving crew. You know how to time patrols.
Okay. I'm running out very quickly, grabbing his body and dragging him into the bushes back to where we were. I'm gonna be like, oh no, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Grapple hook. Let down the rope.
Rope. He only had 11 HP, so that was enough to pop him in one shot.
Oh, nice.
But you start
Lucky.
pulling him and dragging him back. Take the grappling hook. A rope soon comes unfurling down to the ground. Give me a stealth or a sleight of hand check to hide the body.
Oh, it's just.
Assist? Cool.
Does-
Do it
okay,
with advantage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want me to
We're
hide
the
it?
Same.
I might be better.
Yeah, this is slight table talk, but yeah, what? Because I got +3 to both. I'm kind of the heavy hand here.
Yeah, I'll hide him.
Then,
You have advantage. I'm helping you.
Hey.
I already have it. Oh, sleight of hand?
You have double. Roll 3 die.
Roll
I'm
three.
kidding.
No, I don't have advantage. Sleight of hand. I was thinking, you want stealth or sleight of hand? Which one do you want?
Either one of those two,
Either.
but the boots wouldn't apply in this one, so you would be rolling a straight roll for
Okay,
stealth.
so I'll do stealth with advantage then.
Yeah.
Because of help.
Yeah. Yeah, the boots are... We have to take into consideration that.
Huh.
But
I don't know
stopping
which dice to choose. I think I'll choose
Which
a
one?
16. So that'll give me a 24.
it. 24? Oh, good.
I'm like
Nice.
throwing
Excellent.
debris on top of his
top of
body, and you're the one like placing it. Actually, I'm just like,
There's the final little touch is a little leaf getting put on the last part of the boot that's exposed. He's very well hidden just as the rope's getting lowered down and you start climbing up, getting up this rope very easily. You
I'm
are
gonna
all
pull the
now.
rope back up, throw it back into the bag. Take the bag of holding back from him.
Gonna move you all
Put it on
into
my
this
person.
section. There is a sleeping guard on the ground, softly snoring to himself. I don't want to go on guard duty today.
Should I burn him up too?
I would.
No.
No, I would prefer not. Now,
What do we do with him?
Let him sleep.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna ask, like, well, what are the parameters of the sleep? What are like?
What are the
Because
parameters?
if I tie him, is he gonna wake up? I'll move him. Is he gonna wake up?
They are asleep until you deliberately try to wake them up.
Let him
For like
sleep.
hours?
Yeah, like hours. Yeah, like hours.
Okay. All right. Fine then.
Let's just get to the safe. All right.
Okay. I am gonna move his arm so it's not showing off.
Dangling
of his
over? Cool.
Dangling anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him over there to signify he is out of sight from below. And this guy I'm gonna move.
Okay.
You guys can't
And
see him
then
anymore.
I'm gonna sneak into the room.
yeah, we're gonna sneak into this room 5 sure.
I'm gonna let the two smaller ones sneak into the room first.
I'm
Make sure
gonna
the coast is clear.
Scurry sneak into the room. Where's the door? Huh, it's
The
right
door's
there.
right at the red line. Give me a stealth check before you go in the room, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 3 count before I follow him in.
26.
26.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
He's
I'm
a
gonna-
little guy. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Squeaking under one of these cracks under the door, squeezing through so you don't have to open it up. You peer inside, and you see someone in the bed, sleeping and snoring very loudly, along with 2 dogs sleeping on the bed as well, and a few others sleeping around. One of them is just lowering its head from looking up in the direction where you are currently, and just nestling his head down to go back to sleep. And these, you can tell, these are guard dogs. Probably honestly more capable than the guards outside.
Yeah. So I'll sneak my way back out and go, we
I
got
stealthed
problems. We got problems. So before you go in, Tom,
Did it
That
take
is-
you more than 3 seconds? Because I already said I was gonna come in 3 seconds after you went in.
That would
Yeah.
be around the 3 seconds, him popping back
Okay.
out at around that time.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
Takes me longer to describe what eyes are seeing and pulling in
Okay.
than it would for them to see and then
Yeah,
pull in and then
I think I
retreat.
could see all that in 3 seconds and be back out like, nope.
Mhm.
Go back out and go, yeah, guys, 4 guard dogs and a person in the bed. Currently, all the dogs are sleeping, but one was investigating what was going on in the balcony, but went back to sleep. Luckily, and they look like good guard dogs.
I have a plan.
Uh-huh.
We open the door silently. Then Al does a little whistle to the dogs, just so they can hear. The dogs come out to the balcony. We'll close the door, leave them out there.
I think that they would bark enough to alert everybody in the building.
Ooh, maybe that person knows how to get through the door. Additionally,
Hold on. Take care.
I can
Where's the
start a
safe
fire
in the
somewhere
door?
else.
In the room?
You saw another door. I'm going to ping it for you. Right
Yeah.
here, which will lead to the room that has the secret door that leads to the safe room.
We might be able to sneak through the room if everyone successfully sneaks through the room, but I don't know about the big half orc.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
Do you want me to go investigate the other room and see what we got in that room?
I mean, if you don't mind, please.
Okay. I sneak back in and sneak over to the other room.
Okay. Gonna ask for another stealth check.
Another one?
Yeah.
Isn't
With
that one good for
advantage.
like an hour?
No.
Natural 20.
Oh,
What?
you are the knight.
I am the little mouse.
Yeah, you definitely sneak past.
I
and sneak
snuck in
through.
on Santa Claus.
This room looks to be just a closet of some kind. You know that the door is going to be on this end, somewhere. But you'd have to do some checks to try to figure out where exactly the door is, how exactly to get in and such.
But there's no dogs or anything in this room.
No dogs in this room.
Okay. Is that? Hmm.
Here, I'm
97
going to
coming back at this point.
I'm going to sneak you guys in through here so you can see what.
So this is where he's going into, and this is the other door. Is that right?
No, the other door's down here. This one right here.
Yeah, that's the door I went into.
Yeah.
Here.
What I'm saying, that's the one he's going in, and then that's the door to a hallway. Right?
That's the door to a hallway, yep.
Okay. Is the door still open a crack? Enough for me to like kind of peer
This
into
door? No, this door wouldn't be open at all. 97's small enough they're squeaking through the crack underneath the door, so you're not even needing to open the door, helping their stealth quite a bit.
Would I be good to assume that as long as I don't leave this room, my stealth is holding?
Yeah?
Good. I'm gonna go underneath this door here.
Going underneath that door. Well, taking a look through first as you're passing this dog here. It still doesn't look to be fully asleep just yet. Still kind of little.
I mean, I'll go underneath,
wake.
These things or whatever.
Staying out of the sight, out of the way.
Yeah.
And when you slip through, you notice a few things. This guy, there is a guard right next to the door, keeping watch on this location. And there is also another guard who looks to be patrolling and walking up and down this corridor or patrolling through the house with another guard dog.
That's awake.
That's awake, yeah.
Okay. Back into the room. I just wanted to see what's out there so that when I come back out, I can tell them. They're still out on the balcony, right? Even though their tokens are inside.
Yeah. I'm going to move you all back out to the balcony again.
So, the closet's just the closet. Nothing's in there. If we can get to that closet, that would be good. In the hallway, 2 guards, wide awake. One standing in front of the door, the other one on patrol with another dog on patrol. Heavily guarded.
Tom, I do believe we are gonna need a distraction.
I got you. Sneaking into
Not
the room.
here. Not here.
In probably the lower floor would probably be best.
Got you. Flies down to the lower floor. Is there a window?
There are a few. They're all shut.
Can I open one?
With a strength check.
Strength check? Can I pick it?
You might be able to pick it, but you need to open it too.
Oh.
Physically open it.
Is it glass?
97. Keep an eye out on the dogs.
There is glass. I mean, it's a window.
Okay.
If whatever he does down there, I'm talking to Al, if that causes them in there to come out here onto the balcony, what are you gonna do?
Hopefully he understands what I meant by distraction, and hopefully it doesn't cause them to come. Listen, I don't think we were very well planned for this. Actually, I think this is gonna just be our first attempt. If I'm being real honest with you, I'm looking at the time now at the bottom of the screen, and I'm not really seeing that there's enough.
What's your
All right.
distraction? Tom?
So I pretty much have no chance of. I mean, I guess I'll try to open it with a strength check. That's not gonna happen, I imagine. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I
That's
just figured.
I'm
5.
gonna
I go back to the closet.
I'm gonna be looking over the balcony at Tom and see him struggling, and then I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
There you go. There's a bardic inspiration. What was your
Ah.
strength check, Tom?
It was a 5.
5. Yeah, it's not budging.
All right, firebolt to break the glass.
Yeah, that's.
It
gonna
happens.
cause a
It happens. There is a loud as the glass gets broken on the inside. You do hear inside the building a couple of
I would like to follow up with something if I
absolutely,
can.
yeah.
I'm just gonna burning hands any furniture that I see through the window that is now broken.
So, immediately underneath this area is actually the kitchen. So when you break into the glass and you look inside, you see these beautiful sacks of flour. Oh, they're
Those are on
just
fire.
magnificent for a pyromaniac such as yourself. Immediately, they are lit on fire, burning hands. What you see up on top, Al, is this tiny little fairy just shoot a fireball, glass shattering, and then reach their hands out and fire just go into the interior of it.
Oh, that may have been a mistake. Our timetable is very short.
A lot more dogs
Climb
start
back up.
whooping and hollering. You hear noise coming out to no end as you're sneaking back in 97, getting into that area where the closet is. The dogs all in here immediately wake up and start looking around and looking in towards the direction of the door. The person inside the bed also, you hear, "What's going on?" And you see them come stumbling out of the bed, a short dwarven person pulling on a cloak. They sleep nude, not a sight you needed to see. And they walk over to the door with the 4 dogs coming with them, sniffing around. Open up the door and like, "What's going on?" Like, "There's a fire, ma'am, underneath your room. You need to leave now." I'm like,
Oh, blast it! So I pay you all to make sure things like this don't happen.
she starts rushing out the door with all the dogs, potentially, following after her.
Well, it worked. Sort of.
Except for one.
Oh no.
Shoot.
One of them pauses,
Well, he didn't notice me, so.
sniffing the air. They start looking around. I'm going to move you there so you see it. I'm also going to move... Actually, you should all see that, but you'll be able to catch glimpses of this through cracks as well, Al. But it moves down to this area and starts following the scent that you've left behind. And is slowly heading towards the closet. At this point,
So
Tom...
you said I can technically, through cracks, see what's happening, right?
You can see, yeah, you can see through a crack what's happening.
I'm a stealth
Okay.
in.
Go
roll-
for that.
So you'd be arriving at this time. Give me a stealth check. And before you can do anything else, I'm going to need to know what these other 2 are doing.
You said that I could see, right? And that everyone has left this area in here? And is this door still open?
The door's been left open, yes, but you can't see anyone on the other side.
Okay. Mage hand, first level. Right at where the door is, a mage hand comes up, and it's just gonna snap a few times to get the dog's attention. And it's gonna go around go around outside, and then as soon as the dog's out, it's gonna shut the door.
Okay, give me a deception or a persuasion check.
That is true. Let me double check. There's nothing with mage hand here.
And hold on to that roll as I figure out
Yeah.
what 97. 97, how are you responding to the dog slowly approaching where you're at?
I'm going underneath the door into the closet.
moving underneath the door into the closet. Right, what was your stealth check, Tom?
27.
27? Oh yeah, you definitely stealth into
Nice.
here. Gonna move you in. And what was your roll, Al?
Deception 16.
16? You hear a couple of snaps, very loud snaps coming from around the corner. This dog quickly lifts its head and looks towards the door again. Looks back towards the closet, gives a couple of sniffs, and turns around and starts walking towards
Nice.
the doorway.
As soon as it's out of the door shuts right behind it,
The
and the
door
mage
just-
hand disappears.
All right, the room is empty. However, I will tell you all,
There's a fire underneath
you can
us.
smell smoke. There is a fire underneath you, and it's spreading pretty quickly. So, free reign here. I'm gonna put. Actually, you all should be able to see through each other's tokens now. I turned that on. So,
Yeah.
put yourselves where you'd like inside these spots. If you want to be in the closet, just let me know. I'll throw you in the closet.
Oh, I'm gonna
Trying to
move
find
myself
the
in
secret door in the closet.
there. Yep,
Trying to
that's
find the
secret
exactly what we're all trying to do very quickly.
I'm gonna run to the bedside table,
Uh.
see if there's any keys or anything.
Any keys? All right, going to the bedside table. Give me investigation checks, actually, the lot of you.
I, not investigating in that way, am going to be talking to Ash. I'm going to say, now, listen here, old man. We're going to need to know exactly how to get into that room and where the key is. Now, I get it. You're super wily and all that good stuff. And get out of here as quickly as possible.
12
But if you
of
want your
rupees.
money,
Having nice berries. It's good to have in here.
Give me an insight check.
if you want your money,
All right, insight check from
Oh.
you, investigation check from the other two.
it's like my dice know exactly what kind of player
You
or what kind
are.
of character I'm playing as, because they just do not. They are unforgiving. There's a 3.
Was that 22?
22.
22, a 3. He's shifting
15.
uncomfortably on your back. 15 from 97. Oh, all over the place. I actually almost even put Anubis Eye as your name on the overlay.
Yeah.
But so with the 15, with the 3, he's just shifting uncomfortably on your back. It's strange. With the 15, you find that there are 3 different pressure plates in front of this wall. Pushing one of them doesn't do anything. It's like you have to get through a certain sequence, and with how fast the fire is burning, you won't be able to do all the sequences. 3 pressure plates, plus you don't know how many times you got to push each button. With you, Tom, with your investigation inside this chest, you find the diary of Waterlooter. You do find a ring of keys and a small sack of 10 gold.
Excellent.
Also
I go
some
to the
water
closet.
with some dust in it.
I'm gonna take the old man off my back. I'm gonna stand him in front of me, and I'm gonna shake him a little bit. And I'm gonna say, Ash, we're gonna burn to death unless you help us now.
I always thought I'd go out by fire. It seemed like the most appropriate way. Out with a blaze, they say.
He's still moving around and
3 pounds of flyer, 12 pounds of good berries. Have yourself a good time.
I'm gonna let him go, and I'm gonna look down at 97, and I'm gonna say, I do believe we're screwed.
you let him go and he's now dancing in place. Moving back
Well,
and forth.
Tom is going to
Berries.
press the third one and then the first one and the second one.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna look. Okay, this is gonna be a raw intelligence check, which is not good for my for my character. I'm gonna look at him dancing. I'm gonna look at the pressure plates.
Perfectly spaced.
That's not terrible. 12.
12? It's good enough to recognize that his feet are moving in the perfect spaces to where the pressure plates are.
I'm gonna grab him, turn him around facing the door that needs to happen, and I'm gonna set him down, and I'm gonna pull out the timepiece that I have on me, and I'm just gonna go. We've got maybe a minute, so we have to hurry.
Time starts ticking away. You watch the seconds, and as he's singing to himself, 3 pounds of flour, and he's stepping on these pressure plates as he's singing, and he's hitting a sequence that, as you're seeing it stamped out, there's no way you would have been able to do this. It's more than once on multiple of the pressure plates. It's a very strange pattern to it, but eventually, after 1 minute of looking at this time ticking by, smelling the smoke get stronger, hearing the panic below you grow in intensity, you see the wall and hear it go and fall down. And inside,
I'm gonna once again pick up the old man and rush him in, and I'm gonna say, "All right, my man.
I've always hated that painting.
What's the key now? Come on."
The key? It's inside me.
And open the safe, please.
All right.
turns around, puts his hand on the painting itself and rips it away, and stands up onto the table where it is, and behind it you can see a wall safe of some kind, and he stops and stares at it and goes, puts his hand on it, and you hear as the safe opens up.
See, it's inside me.
Now, gentlemen, 35 seconds, move. And I'm going to open up the bag of holding and allow the two smaller ones to start
Go
piling
inside and
stuff
just
in.
start pushing everything inside. This is why you travel with two tiny people, so you can clear out saves faster. There are gems, jewels, gold to no end inside this tiny little safe. There's probably what you're reckoning maybe about 30,000 worth inside here, along with a little envelope sealed
make
with
sure
the
we get the
sigil.
envelope.
Grab the
I'm
envelope.
gonna put that
goes
envelope
in.
in my pocket since I can fly.
No.
No,
Oh,
bag
it's
of
in the
holding.
bag.
I shook.
It's bigger than
I'm
you.
in such a hurry, guys, that in
It's
the
in
end,
the bag
I
of holding.
reach in. In the end, I reach into the safe and I pile the rest of everything plus both of you into the bag of holding.
Hold
I
it.
cinch it up, throw it on my back, grab the old man, and I'm gonna go.
There's enough time
Get
between
outta
the
here.
cinching up that if you want to escape and get out, you can.
Yes, I'll
As
get
you all
out.
run through, get past it, through this master bedroom area again. Get to the balcony, get your rope back in place and throw it over, climbing down. That night, you know you had a meeting location again with Bartholomew. You go back to the Grove, this hidden spot. The stack of boxes, well and thoroughly burnt. He didn't manage to put the fire out. But as you're coming around, he's looking solemn and sad. And then looks up and goes, "Oh, you're back. Well, good. You're back. And you have my father still. That's very good as well. I do suppose you were successful?"
Yeah, you could say that, and I'm gonna give a side eye to both
We burnt the house
97 and
Oh.
to Tom, and I'm gonna say, now we only had about 10 seconds to grab stuff out of the safe there.
You got my letter, though, yes? That's all that I care about. The rest you can keep.
we got that, and I'm gonna pull out just the letter. I'm gonna hand it to him.
Ah, good.
Wait, hold on. Where's our goods? Where's our stuff?
What
You
stuff?
have it inside your thing.
He hands you a piece
is
of paper
our
as
paper,
well that is
technically.
signed by his signature that says you have 15% of the company, which now that
company?
you're looking at the top of it, it says Bessington. Bessington Company, which you all know is a bakery, a very well-known, popular bakery. And very lucrative too. It actually does quite well for itself, according to what your understanding is.
Listen, Tom, we got about 30 grand, give or take, in the bag.
You have my jewelry, yes? I'll
Yes,
need
we
that
do,
back.
and by the deal, you do get the jewelry back.
Okay, fine. he Tom is going to hand the jewelry back, but whilst that's happening, he's going to try to take the envelope back too.
The envelope he's already opened up, emptied, and the contents he's put inside his coat. Very quickly.
I want to see what that says.
Okay, give me a perception check. It's a decent DC as he was trying to be very quick with his motions here.
16.
16?
You have the bardic inspiration still.
Oh, I do, don't I?
Definitely after a minute, but I'll allow it.
Ah, nice.
It's actually 10 minutes. They only last 10 minutes, but...
Oh, it's only 10 minutes? Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was longer than that. Sorry.
In that
Sorry.
case, 22.
22? Well, that's definitely high enough. You catch a certain amount of it. As you're passing off this jeweler and he's starting to put it all back on, you start to realize what exactly you've just done, Tom. You've just raided a mansion, possibly made some very powerful people very angry for a cookie recipe.
Before I have any of this information, I'm going to go.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, that concludes our business, I do believe. Now listen. If you, and I'm going to get real close to him, like really close to him, I'm going to say, if anyone comes around asking about what happened, you do not know us. You've never met us. In fact, let's just speak plainly here. If you rat us out, I will be back, and I will take every inch of your skin off of your body.
And it'll burn you!
And I will use it to create a handbag for myself, a real stylish handbag. Now, it's going to fit with my clothing.
Like
It's
the
going to
book
look
they
good.
sold.
Book?
Exactly, like
What?
that book we sold.
Mm.
But it's gonna be tanned. We're gonna tan your leather is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it fancy, maybe some tassels on it even. Now, I need you to really understand the point of what I'm saying here. And that's gonna be
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Then I'm gonna burn your tongue out and your eyeballs.
Oh, that is so good that I had advantage. I need everyone to understand that. Intimidation 27. 18
His
on the die.
eyes are wide. He's leaning back from you getting close to him. He just
Now,
nods.
my buddy here may be a mouse, but we don't deal with rats. Not in this line of business.
Oh, I wouldn't. I actually would very much enjoy hiring you in the future. Should I need more of this?
Well, good, good. We can still stay buddies. But you need to understand that friendship only extends past a certain point.
The old
Money
man has
and trust.
picked up the contract that he's given you for the stuff, and you're like,
15%. That's nice. Roughly 10,000 gold a lunar.
Well, that ain't bad at all. That ain't bad at all.
I told you it would be lucrative.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Three-way.
And our relationship will continue to be lucrative. Because now that you've worked with us once, as long as you don't rat on us, you will be working with us again.
We get results. That's us, the whatevers.
The whatevers.
I think that's a good point. I think that's a good point.
Good enough. That's good enough. Folks.
He actually, you do realize he could actually rat us out, and it wouldn't matter, because they'd be like, "Who did this? Whatever."
Buddy, that's why I love our name, the whatevers.
Whatever's. What?
Oh gosh. Another successful heist for the whatevers. Much richer, finding themselves in the good potential of a lucrative future. We will
be revisiting these characters again, folks. We will be. The next time we're on a break, even if, one of us of this core 3 is gone, the characters will be
We're
involved.
going to continue
That's
the
for sure.
whatevers. We're gonna probably continue doing random little one-shots I find in these books too.
It was
It's-
very fun. It was
yeah.
very fun.
That was a hoot.
Yeah.
Good improv, everyone. Good. Good. Not planning anything. That was great. Yeah, I deliberately played video games all morning just to avoid thinking about anything. So that it was
Good.
as I sat down at the computer and logged in and got into the call, was like, all right, this is as prepared as I am. I have a book in front of me.
Yep. We'll just do that from now. Even though we will revisit these characters, because I do love I loved every second of that. Doing one shots like that, where it's just like, okay, let's roll some die and create some characters real quick. That's perfect.
Lets you explore different things too. We didn't get into combat stuff. I tried, but you kept pulling them away.
Yeah, we were fine without it.
That's what
Yeah.
the dice rolls are for. Is eventually we'll get on where it's 2 hours of combat.
Straight fighting. Hey, you guys did really well. That was cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
I like the group you all made. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Well, thanks,
Good
lads.
stuff.
Very cool.
The year may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. Repeat